Live from the Maverik Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey. As tonight's the last of a 5-game homestand and the second of a 2-game series as the Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. We should have a fun one here tonight as it's the 4th of 10 regular season meetings between the Grizzlies and the Rush. Utah swept Rapid City in a 2-game series at the Monument, winning 4-3 in a shootout on October 25th and 5-2 on October 26th. Utah all-time is 57, 36, and 14 against the Rush, and they are 7-4-1 against Rapid City since the beginning of the 2023-24 season. Last night, Rapid City scored 2 first-period goals, both of them by Luke Milamok, as he got the Rush on the board 9:45 in on a great behind-the-back pass from Braden Tuck, and then Tuck fed one to the left side for Milamok, who scored for the second time of the game, 18 minutes in. Grizzlies got a late first-period power play, and Neil Shea converted from the left wing. We initially had thought that they had argued, that Rapid City had argued about goaltender interference. It appears that they were actually arguing that the puck exited the offensive zone and into neutral ice, and so the Rapid City was arguing that the play was offside, but the goal counted. Neil Shea picked up his 10th goal of the season, with Dashke and Masho Donato getting the assist. For Neil Shea, he has 10 goals in 10 games for the Grizzlies this season. 7:41 into the second period. Craig Armstrong got his third of the year, with Cade Nielsen and Cole Gallant getting the assists. Really, the difference in the game was Rapid City scoring 3 goals in the span of 5 minutes and 6 seconds late in the second period, as Connor Milamok, Simon Boyko, and Brett Davis each scored goals. Rush had a 5-2 lead after 2 periods. Dylan Fitz got on the board 10-12 in, with Cade Nielsen getting his second assist of the game. That made it 5-3, but Rapid City, a minute and 17 seconds later, scored to make it 6-3 as Tyler Burney scored unassisted. And that's all the scoring, as Rapid City earned a 6-3 victory. Grizzlies did have a big shot advantage. Now, Utah did not have a shot in the first 14 and a half minutes of regulation. However, the Grizzlies ended up with 42 shots. Rapid City had 26, and the Grizzlies did win the special teams battle in last night's game, as the Grizzlies went 1 for 2 on the power play, and they were a perfect 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Tonight, it's going to be Jake Barcheski in net for the Grizzlies. He's looking for his first pro win. He'll be going up against Matt Radomski, who's got a record of 3-5-2 this season with a 4.09 goals against average. We had a pretty good crowd last night of 5,532. And it looks like a good Saturday night crowd is filing in here to Maverik Center for the last game of the homestand. Don't forget, the Grizzlies will be back home for a 2-game series on January 10th and 11th against the defending Western Conference champion Kansas City Mavericks. Next week, the Grizzlies will be within driving range of Maverik Center, as they will be in Boise for a 2-game series. That's going to be next Friday and Saturday, January 3rd and 4th. Thanks for joining with us here tonight, as we're going to have a ton of fun as the Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush for the 4th time this season. Grizzlies have been a good offensive club as of late. After all, the Grizzlies do have a second-period goal in 13 straight games. Last time the Grizzlies failed to score in the second period was on November 24th on a Sunday afternoon in Tulsa. And the Grizzlies' power play has been pretty good as of late. They were 1 for 2 last night. Grizzlies have 7 power play goals in their last 9 games. Grizzlies have had some outstanding individual performances, and when we come back to the Utah Grizzlies pregame report, we'll go over those individual stars for the Grizzlies. And we'll also have the lineups for both teams, as we're in business on a Saturday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to the Grizzlies pregame report. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face-off is in about 15 minutes from now as Grizzlies will take on the Rapid City Rush. And it looks like we've got a pretty good Saturday night crowd filing in here. If you're in the West Valley area, come on down and join us. The Grizzlies have had some outstanding individual performances. And you think about Neil Shea last week, he won the league's Player of the Week award where he had 6 points, 4 goals, and 2 assists in 3 games last week. Shea's been outstanding. He's got a point in 9 of his 10 games this season. Shea's got a good shooting percentage at 21.3%. Last Saturday, registered Utah's first hat trick of the season as he had 3 goals and 1 assist against Tahoe. Shea's been a high-volume shooter. He has 3 or more shots in 9 of 10 games this season. On the blue line, Derek Dashke's been a superstar. He picked up an assist late in the first period last night. He now has a point in 6 straight games. He also has a point in 11 of his last 12 games. Dashke has been a consistent performer this year. He has a point in 16 of 20 games this season. Dashke leads Utah with 19 assists. He also leads the club with 23 points, and he leads Utah with a +3 rating on the season. So Derek Dashke's been a superstar for the Grizzlies all year long. Keaton Mastrodonado also got an assist on that Neil Shea late first period power play goal. Mastrodonado now has a point in 5 straight games and a goal in 4 of his last 5, as last night ended a 4-game goal-scoring streak. The captain, Johnny Fairbrother, is back in the lineup. He missed last night's game due to an illness. The captain has a goal in 2 straight games that he has appeared in. Fairbrother is tied for 3rd for goals among defensemen with 8 on the season. Brian Yoon's been a big difference maker. He will be paired up with Derek Dashke tonight. When Dashke plays, or when Yoon plays, the Grizzlies are 7-5-2. They're 0-12-1 when Yoon doesn't play. He's a Colorado College product. And speaking of Colorado College, earlier today, the Grizzlies picked up a defenseman as Connor Mayer was reassigned to the Grizzlies from the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Mayer played in 5 games for the Grizzlies at the end of the 2023-24 season. Mayer scored an assist in his pro debut, and that was on April 4th against Kansas City. And then in his second pro game, Mayer scored his first professional goal, and that was on April 5th against the Kansas City Mavericks. Mayer appeared in 6 games with the Colorado Eagles this season, and he played pretty well. He had 3 goals and had a +1 rating. So the Colorado organization, they are pretty stocked and deep at the defensive unit. And so Connor Mayer joins the Grizzlies. He will be paired up with the captain, Johnny Fairbrother, tonight as the Grizzlies defensive unit adds quite a bit of depth. And so it'll be an interesting one here tonight to see Connor Mayer in action as he'll be making his 6th Grizzlies appearance. He played in 5 games last season. And it'll be fun to see Connor Mayer, who was a college teammate with Brian Yoon for 4 seasons at Colorado College. Briley Wood has been an outstanding performer for the Grizzlies as well, and he's played pretty well in the month of December. He has 5 goals in his last 9 games, and he has 11 points, 6 goals and 5 assists in his last 12 games. So watch out for Briley Wood. He is my pick to click. Everybody make your pick to click, because dude's going to be the player of the game for the Grizzlies tonight. We'll come back and give you the lineups for both teams. It's the Grizzlies and the Rapid City Rush here at Maverik Center. The last of 5 straight home games for the Grizzlies. Utah has a record of 2-1-1 through 4 games of this homestand. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. I'm Tyson Whiting. We'll give you the lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Rapid City Rush, who have a record of 7-14-4-3. They played a ton of close games Last night, they ended a 3-game losing streak. They're led by Peter Dracos, who's the assistant coach, and Chad Costello is the associate coach. The head coach and general manager, Scott Burt, is out on a medical leave, and we certainly are thinking about Birdie and rooting for the best for Scott Burt, who played with the Grizzlies during the 2007-08 season. And I always love the trivia question of Scott Burt and Ryan Kanasowicz, the Grizzlies head coach. Both guys were tied for the club lead with 60 points that season. Starting in net's going to be Matt Radomski. This will be his 12th appearance this year. He's got a record of 3-5-2 with a 4.09 goals against average and an .877 save percentage. Radomski is on an AHL contract with the Calgary Wranglers. The Rapid City Rush's NHL affiliate is the Calgary Flames. Radomski is in his second season as a pro. He appeared in 41 games with Rapid City last year, where he had a record of 16-22-3 with a 3.91 goals against average and .889 save percentage. Radomski 2 years ago played at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, and before that played at the College of the Holy Cross. Radomski is 6'2" and 192 pounds out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. The backup goaltender tonight will be Connor Murphy, who picked up the victory in net for the Rush as he saved 26 of 28. Actually, Murphy was even better than that. He stopped 39 of 42. So he was busy and active, and Connor Murphy picked up his third victory of the season. I'm not sure where I came up with 26 out of 28. That was definitely not Connor Murphy's stat line from last night. So Radomski is going to get the start in net. He'll be wearing number 31 for the Rush. We don't have the starters listed here. Usually we get the starters for both teams on that are circled on the piece of paper we get with the rosters. Looks like we don't have the starters. We'll have to look that up right now. The Rapid City captain is Ryan Wagner. He's somebody that's familiar with Grizzlies fans, as he played with the Grizzlies in 23 games during the 2019-2020 season. Wagner last night made his Maverik Center reunion, and in 28 games with the Rush this year, he has 11 goals and 12 assists, 23 points in 28 games. We do know the Grizzlies starters, but we're not sure about the starters for Rapid City. We do know they're going to go with 12 forwards and 6 defensemen. The top forward line for Rapid City from left to right will be Ryan Wagner, Brett Davis, who had a shorthanded goal late in the second period last night, and Denny Gore, who has 5 goals and 10 assists in 28 games. That's the first forward line for Rapid City. Second forward line for the Rush will be Connor Millimok. He'll be on the left wing. Chaz Smedsrud will be wearing number 24. Smedsrud used to play with Allen, where he played specifically for Coach Chad Costello when he was there. And Simon Boyko scored a second period goal. Boyko's goal turned out to be the game winner. He'll be wearing number 4. Third forward line for Rapid City will be Maurizio Coella. He'll be lined up with Parker Bowman and Dustin Manns. Manns wearing number 11. He had 1 assist last night. Fourth forward line will include last night's hero, and that is Luke Millimod. Millimod, whose brother Connor Millimod's on the club. Luke had 2 goals and 1 assist in last night's game. Tyler Burney scored a third period goal last night. 2 of his 3 goals this season have come against the Grizzlies. He'll be wearing number 23, first-year pro. And Braden Tuck, who had 2 primary assists in the first period, and that was both on Luke Millimot goals. And so Braden Tuck will be in there. He's going to be wearing number 21. So that's the forwards for Rapid City tonight. The 6 defensemen. The top defensive pairing will be Brady Putti. Putti's got a +7 rating this season, which is pretty good considering the Rush's tough record in the win-loss category. He'll be paired up with the former Utah Outlier defenseman Zach Hoffman. Hoffman was with the Outliers during the 2017-2018 season. Hoffman this year has 3 goals and 4 assists in 28 games. Second defensive pairing is Holden Wall and Billy Constantino. The third defensive pairing for Rapid City will be Matt Araujo, and he'll be paired up with big Aaron Hyman, who goes 6'5" and 220 pounds. So that's the lineup for Rapid City. We'll give you the starters when we have them. And now the lineup for the homestanding Utah Grizzlies, who are led by fourth-year head coach Ryan Kanasowicz. The assistant coach is Christian Horn. The athletic trainer is Colin Lee, who's in his 5th year with the club. And the equipment manager, it's a bit of a milestone tonight. It's Jackson Hibbard's 100th professional game as head equipment manager of the Grizzlies. 72 last year and 28 this season. The former head equipment manager, Mason Whalen, is here and part of the celebration for Jackson Hibbard's milestone with his 100th pro game as head equipment manager. We do have Utah's starters. The starting forwards for the Grizzlies include Dylan Fitz, who scored a third-period goal last night. He has 5 goals and 4 assists this year. Mick Messner is also in the starting lineup. He has 6 goals and 8 assists in 27 games. And Cole Gallant will also be a starter. He has 15 assists this season. The 15 helpers lead all Grizzlies forwards. So Fitz, Messner, and Gallant are the starting forwards. We also see a forward line. The top forward line today will be Neil Shea, Luke Manning, and Keaton Mastrodonado. Reed Lepster, I thought, was a superstar in last night's game. He did everything but register a point. Lepster will be paired up with Cole Fonstad and Briley Wood. The starting forward line for Utah will be their third forward line, and that's Fitz, Messner, and Gallant. You also see Craig Armstrong, who scored a second-period goal. Armstrong will be wearing number 3. He has 3 goals in his last 9 games. Cade Nilsson had 2 assists last night. He'll be wearing number 27. And Cameron Buell will be back in the lineup after missing a handful of games. Buell's got 3 goals this season, all of them assisted by Dylan Fitz. Buell takes the place of Aaron Aragon in Utah's lineup, as unfortunately Aragon suffered an injury in the middle of last night's game. He might be out a few weeks. So that's the forwards for the Grizzlies. The forward scratches are Blake Wells and the aforementioned Aaron Aragon, as well as Adam Berg, Tyson Upper, and Braden Nicoletts. Nicoletts used to play at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, where he was a teammate with starting rush goaltender Matt Radomski. 6th defenseman for Ryan Kanasowicz's crew. The starting defensive pairing is Gianni Fairbrother, who's back after missing last night's game with an illness. And Connor Mayer is also in there, making his season debut for the Grizzlies. He played in 5 games last year for Utah. He made his debut, his pro debut, and Grizzlies debut on April 3rd against Kansas City. And 2 days later, scored his first pro goal. Mayer had 1 goal and 2 assists in 5 games for the Grizzlies last year. In 6 games with the Colorado Eagles earlier this season, Mayer scored 3 goals and had a +1 rating. So starting defensive pairing is Fairbrother and Mayer. You also see Brian Yoon paired up with Derek Dashke. Yoon was a college teammate at Colorado College with Mayer for 4 seasons. And we will also see Big Andrew Nelson, 6'4" and 218 pounds. He'll be paired up with the veteran Cody Corbett. Grizzlies are wearing a white jersey with black numbers and professional green trim. They'll wear white helmets, white socks with a little bit of black and professional green trim below the knees. Rapid City for the second straight night will wear a black jersey with white numbers, white lettering in the back, black trim, red on the arms and on the shoulders with white numbers just above the elbows. It's a very sharp look. Grizzlies are affiliated with the Colorado Avalanche, who picked up a 4-1 victory in downtown Salt Lake City at Delta Center against Utah Hockey Club. And Rapid City's NHL affiliate is the Calgary Flames. Flames did not play last night. I imagine they will be in action here tonight. The Grizzlies' NHL affiliate, Colorado, is not in action this evening. The Calgary Flames will take on San Jose at 8 o'clock. So it's going to be a fun one here tonight. Looks like a pretty good Saturday night crowd is filing in here. Looks like a pretty similar sized crowd as to what we had last night when we had 5,500. If you're in the West Valley area, join us as we're going to have a ton of fun here tonight. Utah's looking for a victory, and they're looking for to complete a successful homestand despite the loss last night. The Grizzlies are 2-1-1. They have picked up 5 out of a possible 8 standings points so far this week, this homestand, and they're looking for 7 out of 10 with a victory here tonight. We'll come back and have face-off on the other side. You've been listening to the pregame report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as the Utah Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush here in the last of a two-game weekend series. And for the Grizzlies, it's the last of 5 straight here at Maverik Center. And for the Grizzlies, despite the 6-3 loss last night, it's been a good homestand so far. So the Grizzlies do have a record of 2-1-1, and they have picked up 5 out of a possible 8 standings points on the homestand. Referee tonight will be Dylan Sater. The linesmen are Andrew Collins and Andy Van Wagner. Jake Barczewski is in net. He's looking for his first pro win. Barczewski has a record of 0-2. He has 4 no decisions as he has been in relief 3 out of his 6 games. He is 6'1" and 180 pounds. He played at Canisius for 4 years, and last year played at the University of Michigan. Starting forwards are Dylan Fitz, Mick Messner, and Cole Gallant. The defensive pairing is Connor Mayer, who was just reassigned to the Grizzlies today. He's wearing number 7, and he's paired up with the captain, Gianni Fairbrother. Matt Radomski is in net. Brett Davis will take the draw as he is out there with Tuck and somebody else. As draw won by Rapid City. Actually, it's Tyler Burney taking the draw and winning it for Rapid City as we're underway. As the rush will dump it in. Mayer behind the net gets double-teamed. Burney will kick it back towards the far side. Loose puck run down by Gallant. Gallant gets a new tries with ease. He crosses center, and he will flub one towards the left side as Messner gets boxed out by Luke Millimock, who's an outstanding player. 4th game as a pro. He's already got 3 goals in 3 games. Gallant will helicopter a 1-0 over to the right corner as Gallant takes a spill. Puck goes to new tries. Gianni Fairbrother will jab it ahead. It goes back to Luke Millimock. He'll skate in left side, take a lefty shot. And that one's blocked away as the captain took his time and space away. Fairbrother back skates around Barczewski's net to the far side. Fairbrother up ahead, the former 3rd-round pick for Montreal. He'll dump it in. Gallant got a piece of it. Grizzlies make their first line change of the game. Rapid City's Billy Constantino will tap it ahead. It bounced off of Masha Donato's stick, and the puck will bounce onto Barczewski, and he will cover up as he makes a stop. As we get our first whistle, 1 minute and 1 second into the game. Who's your pick to click? Who's going to be the star of the game for the Grizzlies tonight? I'm going to go with Briley Wood, who has 8 goals and 12 assists in 27 games. If you're a Rapid City fan, who's going to be the pick for the Rush? I would go with Brett Davis on the Rapid City side. He's given the Grizzlies some fits over the years. Davis is on the ice now with Denny Gore and their captain, Ryan Wagner, who played in 23 games for the Grizzlies in the 2019-2020 season. 2 of the officials are talking things over. Now they'll skate towards the center ice scores table as we get a little bit of a delay here, 1 minute, 1 second into the game. I wonder if somebody had an illegal lineup. I'm not really sure. This would be the time for it. That's one of those things you see about once every 5 years. As now they're talking over on the Rapid City side. Fans still filing in here. Looks like we got a pretty good Saturday crowd. Looks like a very similar looking crowd to what we had last night. Looks like the middle section, sections 113, 114, they're filled in nicely. As looks like the draw is going to be in the Grizzly zone in the right circle. Luke Manning will take the drives out there with Shea and Masho Donato. Brian Younes in his first shift of the game as he is paired up with Derek Dashke. He's got a point in 11 of his last 12 games. Manning, the St. Thomas product. Denny Gore, first-year pro, played in juniors last year. And the puck is dropped by Andy Van Wagner, but we'll do it over again. Nobody's taking a shot officially here. A minute, 1 second into the game. It's just the start of things, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy part of Saturday with us. Last night's hero was Luke Millimock. His brother Connor Millimock combined for a second period goal. That's the one that Connor scored to give the Rush a 3-2 lead. Now Ryan Wagner, the Rush captain, and Gianni Fairbrother, the Grizzlies captain, looking over as two members of the officiating staff are talking with an off-ice official. Something obviously looks to be wrong. We're a minute 1 into the game. Doesn't look like it's a clock issue. Boy, it's anybody's guess as to what's going on. Now Roger Orn, the head off-ice official, will walk over there and figure out what's going on as we get a bit of a delay here early on. Last night's game went 2 hours and 15 minutes, and we're already in kind of a bad stretch for that. Now the draw is going to come into the Rush zone. I wonder if Rapid City had an illegal lineup. And now the referee is going to go talk with the two acting coaches. That might be what it is. There must be something there with an illegal lineup as Ryan Kanasowicz is looking at his lineup sheet. We're just guessing at this point as to what it could be. But it might be a minor penalty. Now Roger Orn's walking up the stairs. Let's see if we can get any word as to what it is. And they submitted the wrong goalie as Bradomski's in there, but the Rush must have submitted Murphy as the goalie. Sounds like Rapid City had submitted Connor Murphy as the starting goaltender tonight, and it's Bradomski in net. So Rapid City is going to get a minor penalty. The Rush had signaled the wrong goalie. They had the wrong goalie, and I think Corey Berberian, the Rapid City broadcaster, who is lucky enough to be here, he's confused. Grizzlies win the draw. They're on a power play as Rapid City had listed the wrong starting goalie. As Dashke will loft it to the left side for Neil Shea. I said lofted about 15 times last night. We'll see if we can match that today. Dashke to Mastrodonato. Back to Dashke. High slot. He'll slide it to Shea. Left side. Back to Mastrodonato. Right side shot. It's blocked away by the stick of Zach Hoffman. As back towards Neil Shea. Shea kicks to Manning. Over to Messner. Back to Shea. He's along the left wing boards. Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the first period. Shea trying to filter it out in front to Manning, who swings and misses. Puck goes all the way deep into the Grizzly zone. It's run down by Mastrodonato. Mastrodonato around his net as he will skate towards New Trice. He'll drop it off for Shea. Shea gets to New Trice. He crosses center. Shea over to Manning, who steps over the offensive line. He'll push it across from the left side over to the right. Wagner will stick it out to center ice. Dashke runs it down. He'll push it about 10 feet in front of him to Manning, but it ricochets all the way back deep in the Grizzly zone. Dashke runs it down. 2 minutes in, no score. Grizzlies have taken one shot as Rapid City is shorthanded because they submitted the wrong goaltender in their lineup. They had Murphy starting when Radomski is the actual starter. They put in the wrong goalie. As over to the right side, Luke Manning over there with Messner. Puck gets kicked up top. Mastrodonato will chip it to Dashke in the left side. Dashke back to Mastrodonato. High slot. He'll slide it to Shea. Shea left side. He tried to feed it out in front. Nobody home. Manning and Messner are trying to redirect it out in front of the net. Mastrodonato will saucer it over to Shea. Shea with a lefty shot, and that's blocked by his teammate Messner. Messner fires it off the pads of Radomski. Mastrodonato gets on the right side. He tried to get it up top to Dashke. It kicks off the skate of Chaz Smedsrud, and the puck goes all the way towards Barcheski. 15 seconds left in Utah's first power play of the game. Utah this season is 17.5% on the man advantage. Rapid City's penalty kill is 79.5%. Bonstad rolls one on to Connor Mayer. Mayer gets pushed along the boards. Rapid City gets it. Zach Hoffman, as Boyko's out of the box, he was representing the Rush as they submitted the wrong starting goaltender in their lineup card. Left side, lefty shot, saved by Barcheski, and he holds on. That shot was taken by Parker Bowman, who has scored 2 goals and 7 assists in 28 games. I wonder if the Rapid City broadcaster is on the other side of the table knows what happened. I think he's shaking his head. I think he's confused as to what happened. So we're off to an interesting start. Grizzlies have outshot the Rush 2-1, but there's no score. So Grizzlies had 2 shots on their power play. Rapid City wins the offensive zone draw. They skate from left to right. Bowman is shadowed like a hawk by Cole Fonstad. Now Bowman skates towards the left point. He throws to the spot he vacated. Coella gets pushed in the back. He gets divorced in the puck by Corbett. Now Coella gets it back. He'll chip it off the near wing boards. Aaron Hyman, right side. He'll fire righty shot, and that's blocked away by a stick, maybe Fonstad or Lebsters. Pass on to Fonstad, who gets to Lepster. Back to Fonstad, left wing. He steps over the offensive line. Fonstad to Lepster. He gets pushed in the left corner. Back to Fonstad. He tried to chip it up top. Pass goes wide of the mark as he was looking for Derek Dashke. Dashke runs down, gets a loose puck. His long-range pass connects to Fonstad. Fonstad back to Lepster in the corner. He'll feed it back to the right corner. Yoon back to Lepster. Lepster behind the net. He overskates it. Rapid City gets it. Rush will throw it over to Braden Tuck. Tuck will steer it out towards Luke Millimak, who gets the stick lifted by Dashke. Yoon trying to push it back along the near boards. Rapid City will feed it to the right point. Constantino, he'll fire towards the net, and that's blocked by Dashke. Puck hit the opposite center ice. Constantino gets it back. He'll get it over to Braden Tuck on the right side. Ahead to Luke Millimak. Millimak, right side, will take a shot, and it's blocked by Brian Yoon. Skate. Puck to the left side. Rush, lefty shot, saved by Barcheski. Rebound goes towards Cameron Buell. Buell ahead to Armstrong. He scored a goal last night. Armstrong gets taken off the puck by Billy Constantino on a good hit. Armstrong battles with Buell and a couple Rush skaters as Dashke comes off. He's replaced by the captain, Gianni Fairbrother. Rush won the 2-on-2 battle. They'll get to center ice. Luke Millimak spins around, and he'll dump it in deep. Fairbrother runs it down. He missed last night's game due to an illness. He'll drop it off for Mayer. He's a great skater. Mayer flies along the left wing. He steps over the offensive line. He gets taken off the puck by Hoffman as the Rush. Denny Gore trying to get out to center ice. Puck bounces along the right wing. Davis lifted over the head of Fairbrother, who runs after it. He gets the loose puck in the right corner. He skates around Barcheski's net quickly. Tried to lay it for Mayer. Pass goes wide of the mark. Rink-wide feed goes to Dylan Fitz. He'll push it ahead to Gallant. Gallant over the offense line. He gets around Hoffman. Gallant looking for his first goal of the season. Tries to feed it out in front. It bounced off the Rush stick. Left wing, Cody Corbett fires towards the net, and that goes wide. He missed the net glove side. He was looking for Fitz to redirect it. Now right side shot saved by Radomski. Danny Gore with a rink-wide pass that glances off of Andrew Nilsson's stick. Ryan Wagner will push it back into his own zone. Putti to Hoffman, back to Wagner. He skates along the right wing, tries to split a triple team, but poking the puck away was Fitz. He'll move it to the right side for Gallant, who crosses center ice, and Wagner blasted him. That's going to be a penalty. Dylan Fitz is going after Ryan Wagner near the Rapid City bench. As Gallant had crossed center ice, he didn't know Wagner was there. Wagner blasted him along the boards, and Dylan Fitz went to go confront the Rapid City captain. As I believe a penalty is going to be called. I think the arm was raised for a penalty on Wagner. As now Mastrodonado yelling at Wagner. Wagner's got about 7 years of AHL experience, and the fans taunt the former Grizzly Ryan Wagner. Dylan Fitz, Utah's number 13, will go to the box as well. So I'm not sure either side's going to get a power play. Gallant just casually crossed center ice and dumped it in. I don't think he knew Wagner was there, and Wagner, despite being a guy that's only listed at 5'9" and 185 pounds, he'll pack a wallop. He will hit as hard as anybody on the Rush club. And he knocked down Gallant. Luckily, Gallant got back to his feet, but it was a little bit slow getting back to his feet. Jackson Hibbard, the equipment manager, looking over a player that might be Gallant, checking over the helmet. So penalty on Ryan Wagner for the hit, and Dylan Fitz went after Wagner to retaliate. Wagner and Fitz are having a conversation in the penalty box. So looks like Wagner gets 2 minutes for boarding, and Fitz gets 2 minutes for roughing. Those penalties will offset, and we will replay first down. Maybe there's an extra 2 minutes for Wagner. We take that back. Looks like Simon Boyko's also going to the box. So it's possible that Wagner's going to get an extra 2 minutes. Or maybe Boyko picked up something on the other side. So Draw's going to be in the rush zone. Looks like the Grizzlies are going to have a 2-minute power play as there's 14-12 left in the first period. Well, we've seen all sorts of interesting stuff happening here at Maverik Center in the first segment of play, and the chairs aren't yet warm. Manning will take the draw. He's out there with Shea and Messner. Manning's kicked out of the circle. Messner will take the draw. Dashke and Mastrodonado are up top. 4 forwards, and Dashke, the lone defenseman on this power play shift. Grizzlies have outshot the Rush 3-2. There's still no score about 6 minutes in. Grizzlies win the draw. Dashke gets it to Mastrodonado, right side. He'll filter it across towards Shea, but he couldn't keep it in. Loose puck. Dashke runs it down. He'll get it over towards Shea. And it looks like Wagner did pick up an extra 2 for roughing to go along with the boarding. 2 for boarding, 2 for roughing, and that's why the Grizzlies are on the power play. Shea crosses center ice, steps over the offensive line. He'll whip it around the boards. Manning lets it go towards Mastrodonato to make that Messner. Mastrodonato reverses it back towards Shea. He's in the left wing. Shea skates towards the corner casually. He'll throw it across, but nobody was at the right point. And the puck goes all the way towards Barcheski. He's on the far side. He will lay it for Mastrodonato. Barcheski will instead whip it around the boards as Rapid City's Connor Millimak was chasing after Mastrodonato from behind. Shea crosses center ice. He's got great speed to lay it for Manning. He gets it back towards Shea in the left corner. He'll feed it back to the opposite corner for Messner. Couldn't handle it. Rapid City will toss it out to Neutrice. Rush had a shorthanded goal last night as Manning knocks down Connor Millimak. Puck rolls along towards the near wing boards. Aaron Hyman runs it down to the Rapid City line. He'll backpedal into his own zone deep. He'll get it across to Holden Wall, who will helicopter it all the way towards Barcheski. It's cut off by Yoon in the Grizzlies zone. Utah skates from right to left here in the first period. We're 7 minutes in, no score. Grizzlies have 3 shots. Rapid City has 2. 35 seconds left in the power play. Grizzlies reshuffle the deck. Fonstad over to Wood. High slot righty shot. He scores! Briley Wood gets his 9th of the year, and the Grizzlies get a power play goal as they take a 1-0 lead. Boy, Wood was all alone down the middle. I believe that was Fonstad that threw him the pass. And Briley Wood, who had 2 outstanding years in the WHL, gets his 9th of the year as he's been outstanding here in the month of December. Fonstad to Wood. He was in the slot, and he just fired it past Radomski. So Cole Fonstad's going to get the main assist. That will be his 8th assist of the season. This is his 11th game in a Utah uniform. Wood with the goal. Fonstad and Brian Yoon picked up the assist. That's Yoon's 7th assist of the season. Grizzlies lead 1-0. Armstrong crosses center ice. He'll dump it in as Constantino trying to get it towards Braden Tuck. Puck goes behind Rapid City's net as Rush will bank it off the far boards. Puck goes to Andrew Nilsson. Nilsson slides it head off a Buell stick. Crossing center ice, dumping it in with one hand is Bernie as Grizzlies cross ice pass towards Neutrice. Armstrong skates towards the Grizzlies bench and he'll toss it ahead. Yule got spun around by the big Tyler Burney, who's 6'5", 205. Rush, Braden Tuck will chase after it in the right corner. He gets a rough ride from Cody Corbett. Armstrong out to Neutrice. He got spun around by Chaz Smedrud. Smedrud over the line right side. He'll fire a righty shot. Glove save by Barcheski. Actually, it was a lefty shot. Barcheski makes a glove save about shoulder high. He holds on as there's a 11:51 left in the first period. Grizzlies get a power play goal by Briley Wood, 7:18 in. And Utah leads 1-0. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Grizzlies lead 1-0 on a power play goal by Briley Wood. That was 7:18 in as we have 11:51 left in the first period. Utah now has 8 power play goals in their last 10 games, with this being the 10th game. So Grizzlies power play goals been outstanding. The unit's been pretty outstanding. Grizzlies, their first power play came because Rapid City submitted the wrong starting goaltender in their lineup card. Grizzlies win the draw. They will saucer it all the way deep in the Rapid City zone. No icing as Lepster runs it down. He skates around Rapid City's net towards the far side. He'll kick it towards the far wing boards. Puck goes past Lepster. Chasing after it, Zach Hoffman. And he will roll one on towards the near corner. Grizzlies get up top. Messner, one-timer. Kick saved by Radomski. As Messner didn't get all of the one-time attempt from the near point. Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the first period. Lepster across the center ice. Dangles the puck. Now step over the line. He'll push to his right for Gallant. Gallant, 15 assists this season. Get it to Lepster, who was outstanding last night. Around the net to Messner. Messner moves it up top. Yoon's all alone. He flips out in front to Lebster. Shot and score! Yoon to Lebster to the back of the net. And the Grizzlies extend the lead. It's now a 2-0 game. Well, Yoon was all alone in the right wing. Looked like he was going to call his own number. Instead, found Lebster out in front of the net. And Lebster, who was outstanding last night, he had 6 shots on goal, and he was everywhere. Yoon could have taken the shot. Instead, he found Lebster out in front of the net. The perfect pass was made, and Lebster just kind of shoveled it past the goal line. Now that one-time tap out in front by Lebster, and he fed it low past Radomski. 11 minutes, 10 seconds are left in the first period. And Reed Lebster scores his 7th of the year, 8:50 in, with Yoon getting his 2nd assist of the period. Nick Messner also gets a helper. That is Messner's 9th assist of the season. It's 2-0 Grizzlies as Rapid City skates back in. Holden Wall left wing. Shot, kick save by Barcheski. Rebound goes back to Wall on the left point. They'll roll along the boards. Constantino gets pushed along the near glass by Neil Shea. Now over in the right corner, Connor Mayer gives a rush player, Brett Davis, a rough time. Luke Millamont takes a spill over in the far corner. Mayer over to Shea. Shea nudges ahead to Manning. Manning spins around at the Rapid City line, gets to Mastrodonato. Left side, his righty shot is blocked by Denny Gore. Rapid City across the center ice. Taking the puck away is Luke Manning. He gets spun around, and without a stick, he will kick it towards the Rapid City blue line. Rush get it back. Constantino skates behind Radomski's net. Constantino tried to get it out to center ice, and he does. He'll carry it over to Gore. He's in the right wing. Gore fed it across, bounced off the Fonstad skate. Rush left side. They try to feed it across. Instead, it goes through the mouthpiece over towards the near side. Shea over towards Mastrodonato. He's in the right wing. He'll whip it around the boards. Corbett. He gets it to Shea. Shea at the near goal line. Taking it away is Parker Bowman. Bowman ahead towards Mans. Dustin Mans carries it in 2-on-2. And he will loft one towards the right corner. Big time hit delivered by Corbett on demands as Andrew Nelson knocks down a rush player. Oh, the Grizzlies are playing physical, and they're playing with confidence. Rink wide pass towards Lebster. He couldn't reach it. Goes deep into the Rapid City zone. Lebster gets checked behind Rapid City's net, but he's strong with a puck. He'll get it towards Nelson. Back to Lebster. He's in the left point. Over to Dashke. One-timer. That's blocked away. Dustin Mans calms down the bouncing puck. He'll move it to center ice. Koella will saucer one on to Barcheski. He'll glove it and drop it to keep the play alive. Dashke will wing it out to center ice. Puck goes to Zach Hoffman. He'll get to Bowman, who skates down Broadway. Lefty shot save. Rebound shot saved by Barcheski again. As Luke Millamont gets it towards Tuck. Back towards Millamont, who goes past him into the right corner. About 9 minutes left in the first period. Grizzlies lead 2-0. Hoffman to Putti. Rink wide pass to Tuck. He's in the right center. He'll take a righty shot, and that's blocked by Dashke's stick. Luke Millamont muscles around Reed Lebster. Millamont around the net to the near side. He had 2 goals last night. Millamont will lay it for Zach Hoffman. He's on the right side. Hoffman will pitch it to the right corner. Over there is Dashke. He trying to move it ahead. Millamont took it away. Luke Millamont goes for the Michigan. And Barcheski bounced it off his shoulder to make a save. Luke Millamont was looking for the Michigan lacrosse style goal. Now high slot lefty shot. Kick saved by Barcheski. Lebster will tattoo it off the near boards. Hoffman to the right side. We'll get it back towards Putti. Putti moves it ahead. It bounced off a stick. Now another rush player get it, and it's Putti again. He'll get over to Connor Millamont, over to Boyko, right side. Boyko trying to center it, and it goes across towards the left wing boards. Putti will whip it around the wall. Boyko couldn't corral the bouncing puck as he was behind Utah's net. Right wing. Rush feed it up top looking for Hoffman. He was skating back towards the slot. Puck goes all the way towards Radomski. Less than 8 minutes left in the first period. Grizzlies lead 2-0 on goals from Briley Wood and Reed Lebster. Zach Hoffman will get it ahead towards Putti. He gets hit by and spun around by Messner. Boyko with the puck will lay it for Connor Millamont. He's in the right side. He'll take a lefty shot and he goes wide as he missed the net stick side. Putti left side. He'll take a shot and it's blocked by a Grizzlies defenseman. Fitz will bounce off the glass. It flies out of play. Near Mark Larson, the PA announcer. Puck tipped off the glass though, so no delay of game. 7:34 is left in the first period. Utah leads 2-1. The fan is going to come away with a souvenir over in about row 3. I think that's in section 113. Boy, we almost had Sports Center's top play as Luke Millamont was going for the Michigan. Jake Barcheski just raised his right shoulder and was able to deny Luke Millamont of the highlight goal. Draws on the right side. It's won by Constantino. He'll get it towards Davis. Across the wall. Left side shot. Gets pinballed around the net. Grizzlies come out with it. Buell over towards Mayer. Pass behind him. Grizzlies are playing with a ton of speed here in the first period. Armstrong steps over the offensive line. He got spun around by Ryan Wagner. As Armstrong towards the end boards, he gets held up by Holden Wall. Buell joins the play. So does Brett Davis. Davis will yank it out of the pile. He'll get it towards Wagner. Back towards Davis. Davis behind the net will push it back to Wagner. It goes off of him. Fairbrother runs it down a stride before Wagner. Wagner knocks down Fairbrother. Puck goes to Cade Nilsson, right side. He'll fire towards the net wide. Armstrong gets the loose puck along the left corner. He tried to drop it for Buell, but getting there first was Davis. And he will loft one out to neutral ice. Mayer over towards Fairbrother, the Grizzlies captain. As Grizzlies spread the ice, there's 6:43 and counting left in the first. Utah leads 2-0. Rapid City has outshot Utah 9-6. Puck bounced off a rush stick out to neutral ice. Skating back against Coella. He avoids Fairbrother's shoulder check. Puck hit in the opposite of the Rapid City line. Rush will throw it towards their bench. Loose puck. Neil Shea will move it ahead about 10 feet where another Rush player gets it. And they'll slide it over towards Hyman. Hyman across the center ice for Coella. Left wing tried to dump it in, but it didn't get very far. Grizzlies come back into the offensive zone. Manning gets to the right corner for Shea, who rolled one out in front looking for Masher Donato. Pass goes wide of the mark. Rush cross center ice. Dustin Manns cross the center, and he'll shovel it in as Parker Bowman and Dashke. Bowman took a spill. Dashke was nearby. Interference is going to be the call, and it's going to be on Derek Dashke with 6:03 left in the first. Bowman was skating along the right wing into the Grizzlies zone, and Dashke tried to play the role of a cornerback. He just dragged down Bowman, and Dashke gets the call. 2 minutes for interference. And so Rapid City will get their first power play of the game. Rush's power play is 15.1% this season. Grizzlies were 3 for 3 on the penalty kill last night. On the season, they're 60.3%. Dashke's penalty came 13:57 into the first period. Draws game in the left wing. Brett Davis will take it against Masher Donato. Now Davis is kicked out of the face-off circle. Chaz Smedsrud, the former Allen American forward, will take the draw. Smedsrud has 5 goals and 12 assists in 27 games. Utah leads 2-0. 6:03 left in the first period. Draw one by Utah. Fairbrother around the net, the boards for Shea, who couldn't clear it out. Constantino, right point, keeps it in. He'll get to Wagner. Wagner will move it to Davis in the right corner. Davis surveys. He'll direct it to Wagner near goal line. Wagner fed it out in front. Pass goes past Davis on towards the far wing boards. Fairbrother will backhand it all the way off of Constantino and deep into the Rapid City zone. Grizzlies get 4 fresh skaters on the ice as Gallant enters. Nielsen and Connor Mayer. Mayer 6 games in the AHL with Colorado this season, and he had 3 goals. Gore crosses center ice, steps over the line on the right wing. He'll lay it towards his right for Brett Davis. Davis will pivot over in the right corner, get it up top to Constantino. Constantino across, one-timer and a score. As Danny Gore clapped one from the left side all the way past Barcheski. Gore gets his 6th goal of the season. It's a power play tally for the Rush. And it's now a 2-1 game. Constantino just solicited one across and looked like they went low. It looked like Gore's goal went low under Barcheski 5-hole. Christian Horn, the assistant coach, talking with Nielsen and Connor Mayer. And obviously there's not a ton of chemistry there with Mayer just showing up this afternoon from the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Gore with the goal, Constantino and Brett Davis with the assist. Time of goal, 14:43 in. Power play goal for the Rush. Their first power play goal of the series. It's a 2-1 game. Rush have outshot the Grizzlies 10-6. Grizzlies with the lead. Utah skates in, high slot. Wood gets it jabbed away. Puck goes back to neutralize. Dashke will hold on to it, waiting for the Grizzlies to tag back up. Now feed it is right for Wood. Wood to left to right side. Shot kick saved by Radomski. As a Rush will direct it out to center ice. Bouncing puck. Boyko gets it. He gets it jabbed away. Grizzlies. Brian Young to Fonstad. Fonstad skates down Broadway. Steps over the offense line. Moves it is right for Lebster. Lebster to Fonstad at the far goal line. He's already got 1 assist tonight. Up to Yoon, who's got 2 assists. Right point. Righty shot goes wide. Looked like Radomski didn't have good vision on it. Out to center ice. Connor Milamok skates in. 3-on-3. Milamok right side. Lefty shot. Saved by Barcheski. And Brian Yoon doing a good job of boxing out Milamok, who was skating over towards Barcheski, although there was no rebound on the play. As Barcheski caught it cleanly around the Grizzly over in the front of his jersey. It's 2-1 Grizzlies. 4:35 left in the first period. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Four minutes 55, 4:35 left in the first period. Grizzlies lead the rush 2-0. Riley Woods scored a power play goal, 7:18 in, and then Reed Lepster made it a 2-0 game, 8:50 in. Brian Yoon picked up an assist in both of Utah's goals. Rapid City got a power play goal as Denny Gore scored on a one-timer from the left side, 14:43 in, with Constantino and Brett Davis getting the assists. Draws going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Rapid City does have an 11-7 edge in the shot count. We're having a ton of fun here on a Saturday night. Got a pretty good crowd, a very similar style crowd to what we had last night, about 5,500 spread out here in the lower bowl at Maverik Center. Draw one by the rush. They get up top to Aaron Hymans. We're skating 5-on-5. They'll move it across to Arujo. He'll tap it off the left wing off the stick of Luke Milamaka. Goes off the end glass. Messner gets double teamed in the corner. He'll pitch it over to Fitz. Fitz scored a third period goal last night. He'll race out to new tries. Fitz crosses center, and he lost the puck. Rush move it ahead to center ice. Cordy Corbett will dump it back in. Behind the net, Matt Arujo, a native of Brookhaven, New York. We'll move it to his right for Aaron Hyman, who stops on a dime. Hyman back towards Arujo. Matt Arujo will backhand it towards Hyman. Hyman's out of Calgary, 6'5", 220 pounds. He'll get to Dustin Mans, who skates horizontally. Now he crosses center ice down the middle. He steps over the line, but offsides the call as Parker Bowman was a little bit too eager to enter the offensive zone. He got in before Mans was carrying in with the puck. 3:46 is left in the first period. We'll go over all the scoring in the first intermission. As Grizzlies, the first whistle was a minute one into the game, and the Grizzlies got a power play as Rapid City. You submit your lineup card, and they had the wrong goaltender, the wrong starting goaltender listed on their lineup card. Matt Radomski's a starting goaltender, but apparently they had listed Connor Murphy. So it was a 2-minute penalty. Grizzlies didn't score on that power play, but they did on their second power play of the game, and that was Briley Woods, 7:18 in. Grizzlies win the draw. Connor Mayer moves it ahead from new tries. Cade Nilsson with a lefty shot, and that's gloved by Radomski, and he will freeze it and hold on with 3:38 left in the first. The draw's going to be in the rush zone. Good to see Connor Mayer back in a Utah uniform. He made a strong impression in 5 games at the end of last season. Mayer played in 5 years at Colorado College. Quite a bit of a Colorado College connection to the Grizzlies. Mayer and Brian Yoon were teammates for 4 seasons there. There's some other connections among Utah pro hockey. Rapid City 2-on-1. Bowman drops off from Mans. High slot. His shot is blocked by Mayer. Great defensive play. Mayer's in his 6th game with the Grizzlies. 5 last season, 1 this year. Masher Donato, left side shot, saved by Radomski in the butterfly position. Puck goes back towards the left side and out to new tries. Mayer's a great skater, 5'11", about 185 pounds. Fairbrother will backhand it to Mayer. He's in the near wing. Mayer will flub one over towards the Rapid City line. Puck bounced, and Masher Donato keeps it in the offensive zone. He's trying to get to Mayer. Kicks off the skate of Parker Bowman. Bowman races into the offensive zone 1-on-3. He's in the right wing. He tries to get around Dashke, but Dashke took the puck away from him. Masher Donato will skip one ahead towards Shea. Shea over the line, 1-on-4, and he will float one towards the right corner, taken by Fonstad. Fonstad skates towards the right point. He gets triple teamed to throw it out in front. Masher Donato gets up, take a shot, and he missed the net stick side as he was all alone. Had plenty of time to do whatever he wanted, and just missed the net stick side on Radomski. Still, Utah leads 2-1. Grizzlies, Dashke from the left wing, and he will flub one in as the puck wobbles outside, taken by Putti. Putti gets it to Hoffman. Hoffman will slide one towards the Rapid City bench towards Wagner, and Wagner will direct it in. Barcheski behind his net will slide it to the right corner for Dashke, who will roll one on to Fonstad, but it goes past him at center ice. Fonstad had lost his stick. Putti behind his back. It bounced off of Lebster. Rusher able to calm it down as Hoffman will fire it off the near wing boards. Davis cross-ice feed looking for Wagner. He gets spun around by Wood. Puck will trickle into the Rapid City zone, left corner. Dashke runs it down. He gets there about the same time as Hoffman. Fonstad in the area off his stick towards Denny Gore. They'll move it ahead for Wagner. He couldn't reach it. Cody Corbett over to Lebster. He's in the Grizzlies zone. 1:48 and counting left in the first. Utah leads 2-1. Lebster moves out to Fonstad, left wing at center ice. Fonstad will hustle into the Rapid City zone left wing. He'll throw off the end boards. Wood gets double teamed. Puck over to the side, and then now one out in front looking for Fonstad. And the Rush were able to calm the puck down. Out to center ice. Davis rolls one on to Barcheski. Barcheski throws it back to the far side. Now Fonstad out to Lebster, right wing across the center ice, and Fonstad will throw one in. Rapid City runs after it. Grizzlies make a line change. 1:15 left in the first. As Connor Millimak steps over the offensive line, he gets quadruple teamed, and Fitz took the puck away from him. Fitz falls down as he's crossing center ice. He gets pushed by Connor Millimak. Messner gets to the right side for Glop, but the Grizzlies are offside with 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the first. During the first intermission, we'll go over some scores from around the world of sports. You know what? Tim Broussard's hanging out here on press row. It's possible we might talk with Tim and get his thoughts on things. I always love it when we see one of those things that happens once every decade, and we got that with Utah's first power play of the night. Draw's going to be at neutral ice near the Rapid City bench. We will talk with Tim during the first intermission, I believe. We're going to have a good time here. Rush have outshot the Grizzlies 12-9, but it's the Grizzlies that have a 2-1 lead. As a draw, won by Utah. Go on at center ice. We'll push it back into his own zone. But it looks like the ice surface is kind of a bit choppy. Teams are having a tough time keeping their balance. Puck rolls out to center ice. It's taken by Holden Wall. Skate back into his own zone. Now moving out to center ice. Taking his Boyko. He enters the zone with some momentum. He drops it off, but the rusher offside. As the puck was just bouncing at neutral ice, Boyko just couldn't quite smooth out the puck and get into the offensive zone onside. 46 seconds are left in the first period. Draw's going to be at neutral ice near the Grizzlies bench. During the second period, we'll have Grizzlies trivia. I think I got the best trivia question of the year. I'm not sure you're going to know the answer to it, but we got a great trivia question. And we also got some connections to Colorado College that are fun to talk about as well. 46 seconds left in the first. Manning will take the draw, but it's won by Rapid City. As Rush gets to center ice, Putti will hippity-hop one on towards Barcheski. He gets on one hop of the ice, and he will hold on to it. 40.7 seconds are left in the first. Boy, it does look like the ice conditions have kind of softened up here a bit as the period's gone on. Players losing their balance, and it looks like players are having a tough time handling the puck. It's one of those you got to be assertive in times like this. Rapid City last night had a 2-1 lead after one period. We'll see if either team gains a little bit of momentum heading into the locker room. Connor Millimak will take actually it's Brett Davis taking the draw against Manning. Davis wins the faceoff. He'll throw it to Putti in the left point. He'll slide it towards the middle, slowly towards Wagner. He gets challenged by Yoon. Wagner will skate back to neutral ice voluntarily. Hoffman over to Putti. It will drive one into the right corner deep in the Grizzlies zone. Dashke will bounce one past Neil Shea out to center ice. Wagner will loft one back in. It hits the Penske sign. Yoon's been Penske material with 2 assists in the first period. Asher Donato, 15 seconds left. Will tattoo it off the far boards. Manning delivers a hit, but he's the one that goes down as he collided with Putti. Barcheski will drop one onto Dashke. 5 seconds left in the period. Dashke with a long-range feed out to the right side for Manning at the buzzer. He doesn't take a shot. As we have played 20 minutes here at Maverik Center, a very entertaining 20 minutes. As Grizzlies got an early power play as Rapid City had submitted the wrong goaltender. Luke Millimak attempted the lacrosse-style goal, trying to tuck it under the bar, and Barcheski made a save on it with his shoulder. Grizzlies got goals from Briley Wood and Reed Lebster. Rapid City got a power play goal from Denny Gore. So a very entertaining 20 minutes of play. Looks like we're only going to have a 15-minute intermission as they're going to hustle things here on this Saturday night. We'll come back and recap the first period here in 1 minute as Utah leads Rapid City 2-1. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in, Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
First intermission here at Maverik Center. And we're having a good time. We'll talk with Tim Broussard here in a few minutes. The first whistle of the game was 1:01 in, and there was a bit of a commotion. And apparently Rapid City, while they submitted their lineup card, they had listed the wrong starter. They had listed Connor Murphy instead of Matt Radomski. Radomski got the start for Rapid City, and on the first whistle, Grizzlies challenged it. They looked at the lineup sheets, and Rapid City was called for a bench minor for an illegal lineup 1:02 into the contest. Grizzlies did not score on that power play, but the Grizzlies got a second power play after Ryan Wagner got a boarding minor as well as a roughing minor. Dylan Fitz picked up a roughing minor, but the Grizzlies got a 2-minute power play. And on that power play, Cole Fonstad was along the left wing. He was near the boards. He found a cutting Briley Wood down the middle. Fonstad to Wood, and once Wood got the pass, it was all alone in the slot, and he fired it past Radomski for Wood's 9th goal of the season. Fonstad and Yoon picked up the assist, and the Grizzlies took a 1-0 lead. And for Briley Wood, that is his 4th power play goal, which breaks a tie with Neil Shea for the club lead. A minute and a half later, Brian Yoon was over on the right wing. He centered it to Lebster. Yoon to Lebster to the back of the net as Reed got his 7th goal of the season. Yoon picked up his 2nd assist of the first period, and Mick Messner also got his 9th assist of the season. Rapid City got on the board 14:43 in as Denny Gore got his 6th of the year on a one-timer on a power play. Billy Constantino got the main assist. Brett Davis also got a helper, and that made it a 2-1 game. As Rapid City did get the power play as Nashke got called for an interference minor, 13:57 in, and the first minute of that power play is when Gore scored to make it a 2-1 game. Rapid City outshot Utah 13-9 in the first period. For the Rush, Luke Millimach led the way with 3 shots. One of those shots was a Michigan lacrosse-style attempt that was thwarted away by Barczewski as I think it bounced off his right shoulder. And Barczewski should know something about Michigan goals as he played last season at the University of Michigan. Connor Millimach, Luke's older brother, had 2 shots, and then a few other Rush skaters with 1 shot in the first period. For the Grizzlies, there are 9 shots. Reed Lebster, 1 goal and 2 shots. Macho Donato and Mick Messner also had 2 shots. And then 1 shot each for Andrew Nilsson, as well as Connor Mayer and Briley Wood. So we're having a fun time here at Maverik Center. Grizzlies lead the Rush 2-1. Other Mountain Division action today. Wichita shuts out Idaho 5-0. So Wichita with back-to-back wins against the Idaho Steelheads over at Intrust Bank Arena. And that game's gone finals. That was an afternoon affair. Second intermission, Kansas City leads Allen 3-2. In a game that will get started in about 10 minutes, Tulsa is at the Tahoe Night Monsters. When we come back to the Grizzlies intermission report, we'll talk with our good friend Tim Broussard and get his thoughts on things. We saw a couple crazy things. We saw Luke Millimach attempt a Michigan lacrosse-style goals. He tried to tuck it under the bar, and Barczewski thwarted him, as well as the unique illegal lineup penalty. I think that might be the second time we've seen that called this season in a Grizzlies game. We'll come back and talk with Tim on the other side. You're listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Now we're hanging out here at Maverik Center. High top section 114. Tyson Whiting here with Tim Broussard. Let's make sure Mike's not muted.
Let's see. Here we go.
All right, there we go.
We're good.
Already some progress. The first whistle of the game, we saw the old illegal lineup penalty called. Apparently, Rapid City had listed the wrong starting goaltender.
Just like Ryan Kanasowicz called it, right? We'll start out the game with a 2 minutes on the power play.
That's one of those you see maybe once every 5 years, but I'm pretty sure a coach, when he sees that, oh wait, they got the wrong goalie listed, they're just waiting for it to be called.
Exactly. They're like, okay, here we go. Who's got the lineup and who's getting the ref's attention so that we don't pass up on this opportunity.
We also saw somebody attempt a Michigan goal against a former Michigan goaltender, Jake Barczewski. It was Luke Milamach who's really made a strong impression this series. He scored 2 goals last night, and Barczewski, I think, anticipated just enough he was able to get his shoulder in the way.
Throw the shoulder up. Yeah, I think he got it out of the corner of his eye, and he had that, the inkling like he might be trying something, so he sealed off the post pretty quick. But honestly, for a skater to go around the net and not have the defense challenge him enough where he can actually pull off that move, kudos to him for the attempt.
I keep telling Grizzlies players to try that move because we want to get on SportsCenter together. Although Ryan Kanasowicz, I wouldn't see he's John Tortorella in terms of his thoughts on the Michigan goal, but I think a Grizzly player might become an ex-Grizzly player if they tried that in the game.
You're right. Well, it depends, right? If it's successful, he's not going to have a problem with it, right?
Scored, we'll take it. I think if the Grizzlies ever got Brandon Cutler back, that would be the type of thing I would see Cutler doing.
I can see that. Okay, I can see that. Maybe Brian or Bowen as well. Maybe somebody, skilled with the hands and be able to go around the net and throw that back in.
Well, it's big for the Grizzlies to play with the lead. They got the power play goal with Briley Wood. And, I thought Reed Lepster was outstanding last night. And he was able to get in front of the net, and Yoon fed him a pass out in front.
Yeah, one of the few shining points from last night, just picking up where he left off. And like you called it, he's playing both ends of the ice. And how he's able to cover everywhere, that's impressive. So, being in position and being ready to, for that type of opportunity, that's a credit to him.
What else stood out to you in the first period?
Oh, gosh. The good things are we're picking up where we did last night on the great use of stretch passes, kind of keeping Rapid City on their heels a little bit. A lot of the east-west, and that keeps kind of the pressure off. The problem is getting the interior passing and doing something productive once we gain the O-zone. Last night we were horrific at it. We gained the zone and then just to give it up again. Tonight, a little bit more success, a few more shots, and we didn't wait till the last 5 minutes to generate our first shot on goal. So those are definitely the good things. And the other thing I want to mention is the 50-50 pucks, even the 60-40, 75-20, whatever you want to call it. Grizzlies are getting down and dirty in the corners and coming out with the puck. And I think that's being a big key to the success on not just on the scoreboard, but on the tempo of the game and being able to keep the puck in the offensive zone.
That might be a big thing, because I think a couple of Rapid City's goals last night started because Rapid City won a 50-50 puck along the boards.
Everywhere. And watching tape today, I was like, oh, my gosh, everything that Rapid City was doing was based off their possession of the puck and getting it, obvious passes that were meant for, Grizzly to Grizzly going tape to tape. Rapid City step up in the passing lane and they end up going the other way and going into a corner. Well, that was just an extended use of Rapid City's going to end up with it and come out with it again. Not so tonight, and I'm really happy to see that.
It's about as fast as I've seen the Grizzlies play in a while. It seems like they're playing with confidence, and they're playing pretty physical against a Rapid City team that's got some big bodies.
Yeah, and they're finding success doing it, bumping them off the puck, keeping them honest, and I like the grit down low, especially by Fitz. Arguably Fitz will say that he didn't have his best game last night, but definitely making atonement tonight and making an impact down there.
What did you see from both goalies in the first period?
I don't like either one. And what I mean, I don't like Radomski's not seeing it. He's doing the scarecrow move where you throw out the elbows and kind of, you hope for the best.
I think with Barczewski, it was good to see him get a few saves early and maybe build some confidence.
I think that's a key portion of it too. Is with Barczewski being able to see it. If he can see it, he's going to stop it. But boy, you get an interior pass like that down low. No goalie's going to stop that. But the key portion going forward, I think, is going to be rebound control, not giving up those second and third and fourth opportunities. That's going to be the key point of, keeping the snipers from Rapid City off the scoreboard.
I mentioned last night, the second period's really been to the Grizzlies' benefit, and Rapid City has struggled in the second period. However, last night, Rapid City outscored the Grizzlies 3-1 in the second period. Now, Utah does have a second period goal in 13 straight games. So with Utah leading 2-1, what do the Grizzlies need to do to have a successful second period here?
I like the idea of the interior passing. Keep working that east-west to get that north-south interior passing. If they keep coming up with those 50-50 pucks, I think we'll do absolutely just fine and keep that level of effort high. I mean, what we saw in the first period, just keep doing the same thing and we'll come out on top. It was funny because we had that conversation earlier in the day on, Grizzlies have got the third or the second period in hand, and that didn't work out so good.
They did for about the first 14 minutes of the period, and then Rapid City put together a 3-goal barrage.
So if the Grizzlies can withstand that and they can keep passing like they are, they're going to do just fine in the second.
You've been hanging out with the Ogden Mustangs lately. What are you doing in that club?
I am the director of communications and broadcasting up there, so I'm taking all of the goodness that you installed at me, Tyson, and trying to implement it there. We also have Dave Berth, our PA announcer, trying to pick up everything that we can from learning at this level and bring it down to our level and implement what we can down there.
That's great seeing you here, and we'll talk to you second intermission.
Sounds good, Tyson.
That's a good friend, Tim Broussard. When we come back, we'll have second period action as Utah leads Rapid City 2-1. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. We'll have second period action here shortly. Some stats of the first period. Both teams had 5 scoring chances. Utah won the face-off battle 10-6 in the first period. Grizzlies had 3 power play shots, including a goal by Briley Wood that was 7:18 into the first. He is the first goal scorer for Utah. That means that puck will be on the Dash Auction app. You can bid on that Briley Wood game puck that he scored the goal on. That's on the Dash Auction app. Rapid City had 1 power play shot, and that found the back of the net on a one-timer from the left side by Denny Gore. Grizzlies had 5 hits in the first period. Rapid City had 7, and both teams had 4 giveaways in the first 20 minutes of play. So as we mentioned, yesterday quite a bit, the Grizzlies have had a bit of success in the second period. In fact, over the year, the second period has been to the Grizzlies' benefit, and Utah did score earlier in the second period last night when Craig Armstrong tied it up at 2, 7:41 in, but then Rapid City scored 3 goals in the span of 5 minutes and 6 seconds to turn a 2-2 tie into a 5-2 game. Grizzlies in the second period will be skating from left to right as we see it from high top section 114, Rapid City from right to left. As play was pretty physical throughout, and I imagine it's going to be even more so as quite a few hits that are shown on the replays on Flow Sports. It was big for Jake Barczewski as he was able to make some saves early and was able to settle in. And Barczewski is still looking for his first pro win, and Grizzlies fans are hoping that tonight's the night. Since Barczewski, in the first period, saved 12 of 13. They're working on a piece of glass in the zone that the Grizzlies are going to be defending. Actually, it's more some ice along the boards that they're going to be working on. How about the suit that Ryan Kanasowicz is wearing tonight? What a beautiful looking light-colored suit, a light-colored shirt. Kind of a blue, maybe a light blue tie. That's a sharp look. And Christian Horn with a State and Liberty special. Kind of a navy blue jacket with a white colored shirt. Can't tell what the color of the tie is. Over there on the Grizzlies bench next to Ryan Knaswich is Jackson Hibbert, the head equipment manager. And for Jackson Hibbert, it is his 100th pro game. He became the head equipment manager for the Grizzlies before the 2023-24 season. He appeared in all 72 games on the Grizzlies bench, and this is his 28th appearance this season. So it's game 100 for Jackson Hibbert as head equipment manager. As a little bit of a delay here before the start of the second period as they're working on some ice behind the net that Jake Barczewski is defending in the second period. Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, he's got a towel over his right shoulder. Well, we got to check to see milestones. It's his 5th season behind the bench. Not sure. At some point, he might reach game 400 and probably game 500 after that. I think I'm somewhere around 450 or so. Professional games myself, I'm probably closer to 460 or something. I'll have to do some math on that. Draw's going to be at center ice. McMessner will take it. He's got Fitz to his left and Gallant to his right. Defensive pairing of Connor Mayer and Gianni Fairbrother. Rapid City wins the draw. They're skating from right to left. Putti to Hoffman, back to Putti as they play catch. Putti will move one out towards center ice to Tyler Burney, and the puck flies out of play over into section 110. The fan comes away with a souvenir. They're in row 1. The Beck family hanging out, having a good time, but I think the puck flew over their head into row 4. Draw's going to be back at center ice as we got our first whistle 8 seconds into the second period. Grizzlies lead 2-1, even though Rapid City outshot the Grizzlies 13-9 in the second period. Grizzlies win the draw. Connor Mayer, who was reassigned to the Grizzlies from the AHL's Colorado Eagles, will move one on to Fairbrother across. Fairbrother at the Utah line. Rink wide feed goes to Messner in the left wing. Messner over the line. He'll skate in. Lefty shot saved by Radomski. Rebound goes to Luke Milamok. He gets rammed into by Dylan Fitz. Grizzlies will dump it back in. Fitz chases after it. As over skating, it's Putti. Hoffman rolls to the far side for Braden Tuck, who had 2 first-period assists last night. Hoffman rolls one to Putti as he will helicopter one, and the puck will skip all the way to the Utah line. Grizzlies will bank it off the boards near Rapid City's bench. Puck goes back to Connor Mayer. He'll slide one on to the right side looking for Luke Manning. It goes past him and all the way down for an icing call as there's 19:09 left in the second. Grizzlies trivia question tonight's a fun one. There is one player on the current Utah Hockey Club roster. That's the NHL team that plays 7.3 miles down the road. There's one player on the current roster who used to play for Rapid City. The question, who is it? We'll give you the answer here shortly. One player on the current Utah Hockey Club roster used to play for Rapid City. Who is it? We'll give you a hint before we give you the answer. We'll give you some time to think it over. As Rapid City wins the draw, goes past Holden Wall out to neutral ice. As Wall looked up and didn't look the puck into his stick. Wall to Constantino. He'll bounce one onto center ice. It goes towards Connor Mayer. He gets cut off by Wagner. Puck goes back to the Utah line for Fairbrother, the Grizzlies captain. So move it to Neil Shea, last week's league player of the week. He'll skate down the middle. He steps over the line. High slot, lefty shot. Stick save by Radomski. As over in the left corner, Shea gets double teamed. Shea pushes it up top. Dashke across to Yoon. He's on the right side. He fires towards the net. It goes wide as the puck goes towards the left side. Yoon over in the high slot gets it. And he'll feed it back to Shea. Shea, far goal line over to Masher Donato. Goes past him and all the way into the Grizzlies zone. Yoon will stride back to get it. Barczewski will drop it behind his net for Brian Yoon, second-year pro out of Colorado College. He'll get to Dashke, back to Yoon. Yoon was a college teammate with Connor Mayer for 4 seasons at Colorado College. Also have some fun talking about Colorado College during the second intermission. Puck is saucered to the right side for Fonstad. He skates over the line, gets around to Araujo. He'll feed it to the right corner. He'll get his own pass. Grizzlies out to the far goal line, skating in. Shea with a lefty shot, and it's sticked away, and it flies out of play off the protective netting. As Brett Davis got a stick in the way. And even 18 minutes are left in the second period. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Rush 1. We'll give you a hint before we give you an answer to that trivia question. It's a defenseman. One defenseman on the current Utah Hockey Club roster used to play for Rapid City. We'll give you some more time to think about it. We'll give you the answer for the first whistle under 16 minutes, unless something crazy happened and that generated that whistle. Fonstad will take the draw. He's got Wood to his left and Lobster to his right. Draw one by Rapid City as they were rolled along the boards behind Radomski's net. Connor Millamont chasing after it. Lebster gets there. Now Boyko will feed it to the high slot. Rapid City over the line. Hyman over to the right wing. Looking for a shot of Smedsrud. It's blocked away. Now Smedsrud over in the right corner. He gets pushed by Corbett. Corbett hacking away at Smedsrud as Smedsrud will drop it to Connor Millamont. He's on the right side. Millamont will feed it across horizontally around the crease. And Rapid City rolls it back to the right side. Hyman around it. Glanced off of Nilsson's stick. Puck to the near wing boards. 2-on-2 battle. Wood will brush it back towards the end boards. Corbett will feed it over to his left. Now back behind the net to Nilsson. Nilsson will skip one out to center ice. Hyman over towards Boyko. He's on the left side. Boyko skates around to the right side. He steps over the offensive line. Boyko had a goal last night in the second period. As Cade Nilsson spins around near Boyko. Puck to the right side. Nilsson will clear it back to center. Where puck's regathered by Matt Arujo, who's a native of New York, Brookhaven, New York. Connor Murphy, the backup goaltenders from Hudson Falls, New York. Rush will dump one in deep. Mans goes down in the left corner. He takes Fairbrother with him. Grizzlies have numbers as they cross center ice 3-on-2. Over the line. Over to Wood. Wood from Armstrong. It bounced off a Wood stick. Rush get it back. Bowman gets across center ice, and he will loft one over Cade Nilsson's shoulder. Barcheski around the net will pitch to the far side. Buell holds up a Rush skater. Rapid City in the right point. Coelho will take a lefty shot. Saved by Barcheski. Rebound goes to the right side for Bowman. He'll drop it off Mans. He gets rammed into by Nilsson. Mans back to his feet. He gets double teamed. Cade Nilsson will roll it along the far boards. Coelho keeps it in the right wing. Coelho skates towards the corner. He gets cut off by Nilsson. Coelho reverses his field as he dances around over in the right wing. Coelho along the far boards. He gets to Parker Bowman. Bowman wearing number 43 will drop it to the corner that he vacated. It's Rapid City cycling the puck around. Puck goes to Utah. Armstrong clears it back to center. Now Armstrong gets it back. He gets it taken away by Rapid City's number 23, Tyler Burney, who's got 3 goals this season, 2 against the Grizzlies. Burney tried to collect a pass. It goes wide of the mark. Grizzlies' Connor Mayer will spin one deep into the rush zone. Radomski rolls it along the near boards, cut off by Galan, who fires towards the net from the right wing. It goes wide. Fits over Luke Millamok. Millamok will move it to his left. Zach Hoffman skates down Broadway. Left wing pass towards Burney. Connects. Burney gets to the Utah line. Tried to throw it to the corner. Batted down by Yoon. Burney to the left side skates towards the corner. Yoon continues his ride. As now Yoon gets pinned to the boards. 2-on-2 battle over in the left wing corner. Barcheski looks nearby. 15-10 and counting left in the second period. Grizzlies lead 2-1. Grizzlies come out of the pile with the puck. Dashke ahead to Gallant. He'll move it to his right for Messner. Messner over the offensive line. He'll skate in. He'll take a backhand shot that hits the side of the net. Puck goes up top. As Dashke's over in the left wing. Boy, fans are making some random noises. Looks like somebody was doing something in the stands. Rapid City around the net with the puck. Constantinu advanced it ahead for Gore. Gore over the line. Skates the high slot. Righty shot. Saved by Barcheski. And he holds on with 14:43 left in the second. Okay, the answer to the trivia question. Who is the Utah Hockey Club player who used to play for Rapid City? The answer is Dakota Murmis. He played in 5 games for the 2015-2016 Rapid City Rush, scoring 1 goal and 2 assists. Murmis is a defenseman who recently signed with the Utah Hockey Club, and he's on their current roster. So Dakota Murmis is the answer to the trivia question. He played with Rapid City during the 2015-2016 season. It was only 5 games. He had 1 goal and 2 assists. Murmis has kind of made the rounds in the National Hockey League as well as the American League. Drowns giving into the left circle. Ryan Wagner will take it. He'll throw it towards the Utah end wall. Corbett will move it out to center ice. Rapid City runs it down. As the rush, Brett Davis, who's got an A on his sweater, wearing number 82. He's an outstanding skater. He's got pretty good size at 6'2", 205. Davis crosses center ice. He'll dump it in. He's got great speed. Davis gets around Corbett. He gets the puck right side over to Gore. One-timer goes wide. As Gore is looking for his second goal of the game. Puck in the left point. Wall over to Gore. He gets double teamed. He gets shoulder checked by Manning. Now around the net, Ryan Wagner. He's to the right wing. Wagner will now skeet towards his left in the high slot. They'll push one out in front towards Gore. Gore gets boxed down. A great defensive play by Manning as well as Cody Corbett. Shea over the offensive line. He'll move it towards his left where Constantino will get it. As he runs it down over in the far corner. He'll helicopter it all the way towards Gore. He gathers it in the left side. Gore feathers out front. Shot by Smedsrud goes wide. The Smedsrud got held up by Fairbrother. Now right wing, Ryan Wagner. He's in the high slot over to Gore. Gore in the left wing. He'll pitch it across. Hyman Fakes a shot, gets to Smedzer, back to Hyman, cutting towards the net. He gets triple teamed. He gets knocked down by Andrew Nilsson. No call on the play. Nilsson pushes into Gore behind the net. Wagner skates towards the right corner. He gets a rough ride from Fairbrother. Smedzer and Fonstad join the play. 2-on-2 battle over in the right corner. As now Fairbrother. Nilsson looks by. Fonstad comes out of the pile with the puck. He gets yanked away. Right side lefty shot by Smedzer. Saved by Barchescu. Bobbled it for a second, but he collects it in front of the crease. 13 minutes, 15 seconds left in the second. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Rush 1. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
13 minutes and 15 seconds are left in the second period. Grizzlies lead the Rush 2-1. I mentioned Connor Mayer. He's on the ice right now as a draws game in the Grizzlies zone. He played at Colorado College for 5 seasons. 4 of those years, he was a college teammate with Brian Hume. Some other Colorado College connections with the Grizzlies and pro hockey here in the state of Utah. After all, the Grizzlies captain of the year, they won the division title in the 2021-22 season, was Trey Bradley, the son of former NHL All-Star Brian Bradley. Trey Bradley does have some connections with the Rapid City Rush in terms of big goals against the Rush. Rush won the drop, right side. Hoffman with a shot that goes wide from the point. As Fairbrother, he's over in the corner as he battles with Boyko. Spencer took the puck away. He'll dance around and get it to Boyko. Boyko strong with the puck as he'll muscle his way towards the left point. Now he fires a righty shot that goes wide. Mayer gets it off the glass, and he will push one all the way to the Rapid City line. Rush will bounce one onto Fairbrother. He gets to center ice. He'll steer one to Wood. Wood to Lebster. He gets his shoulder lifted by Hoffman. Big time hit delivered by the captain on Zach Hoffman. Hoffman wants to fight. He goes after Fairbrother. As puck goes to the neutral ice area, Boyko at center ice gathers that Hoffman was really upset as he was surprised that Fairbrother delivered a big time hit on him. As Barchescu behind his net gets to the captain. He'll move a right wing pass out to Wood. Wood over the attack line. He tried to skate towards his left. Rapid City took it away. Fonstad loose puck. Has a glance off his stick. Rush race across center ice. Constantino over the line. High slot. Righty shot. And that goes wide out of play off the glass. 12-12 left in the second period. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Trey Bradley, you had mentioned him. You remember tomorrow's the anniversary of the Brady DeVries game, where the Grizzlies had an emergency starting goaltender on December 29th, 2021. And Rapid City native Brady DeVries was a 19-year-old college freshman at the time. He was on Christmas break, and the Grizzlies needed a goalie as they had a few call-ups, as well as the SBHO goaltender that they had signed tested positive for COVID. So DeVries signed a one-day contract with the Grizzlies. Started in net, saved 19 of 22, and the Grizzlies won in overtime 4-3. The overtime game winner was scored by former Colorado College forward Trey Bradley. Grizzlies get it, left wing, left point. Buell with a shot that's wide. Utah leads at 2-1. There's less than 12 minutes left in the second period. Behind the net to Buell. He's on the right side. Buell will feed it up top to Yoon. Yoon 2 assists tonight. Shoulder fake. Now fired off the end boards. Grizzlies get spun around by Constantino. Does Armstrong. Holden Wall will negotiate his way out to center ice. He'll try to move it to the left side. Grizzlies will fire a prayer to Buell. Buell steps over the line, 2-on-2. Skates down the middle, skate in, lefty shot. Saved by Radomski. Nilsson gets out to Dashke. Dashke skates towards the left circle. He fed it out in front, and it bounced off the pads of Radomski. Bouncing puck, Armstrong tried to corral it. Goes back to Rapid City. 11:18 and counting left in the second. Gentle push in a mild arc. The old biscuit goes to neutral ice. It bounces back to the Grizzlies. Dashke to Gallant, right wing. Steps over the offensive line. Rapid City back defensively. Gallant looking for a toe drag over in the high slot. Now right wing Messner with a blast. That goes wide. He didn't get all of it. Dashke around the net to Messner. Messner, the Wisconsin and Merrimack product. We'll switch places with Dashke. Now left side, messing with a shot kick saved by Radomski as it bounced off his right pad. Now Fitz along the right wing boards. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period, trying to get it to Glon. He got his left shoulder held up by Bowman, so he couldn't accept the puck. Tuck rolls it out to the right side. Fitz keeps it in. Fitz cross ice to Corbett. Corbett, left wing, will take a lefty shot, and it's blocked away by Rapid City's Braden Tuck, who had 2 assists last night. He was one of the 3 stars of the game. Rush will make a line change. Rink wide feed to Fitz. He'll drop it for Messner. Skate down the middle. He pitches ahead towards Gallant. Gallant got spun around by Luke Millimock. Rapid City comes back with the puck. Arujo over towards Millimock. He's in the left wing across center ice. He steps over the red, steps over the blue, gets around Corbett. Millimock will take a lefty shot. It's sticked away by Barcheski, and it goes out of play off the protective netting. 10 minutes and 10 seconds are left in the second period. Nobody has scored here so far in the second frame as Utah still leads 2-1. Riley Wood got Utah on the board 7:18 into the first. Reed Lepster 8:50 into the first, made it 2-0. Denny Gore got a power play goal for Rapid City, 14:43 in, and that's where we stand as it's 2-1 Grizzlies. Rapid City, 13 shots in the first period. They've taken 5 here so far in the second. For the Grizzlies, 9 shots in the first. They've taken 4 here in the second period. So Trey Bradley, I'm not sure where he's doing. I think he's playing overseas. Trey Bradley was about as quick as any Grizzly player in team history. He's the Grizzlies captain the year they won the division title, the Colorado College product. Bradley did play, I believe, a year or two with Brian Yu. As Grizzlies back deep in their own zone, Fairbrother over in the left corner. We'll backhand it to Masher Donato. Masher's got a point in 5 straight. He'll skip it to Shea. Shea in the left wing, skates towards the circle, take a shot. He scores! Neil Shea gets his 11th of the year, and the Grizzlies extend the lead. It's now a 3-1 game. Oh, and this Maverik Center crowd is fired up as Shea walks down the aisle first and high-fives everybody on the Grizzlies bench. Boy, what can you say about Neil Shea and the impact he's had on the Grizzlies? He now has a goal in 9 of 11 games this season and a point in 10 of 11. Skated towards the left side, and he just roofed it right over Radomski. It was a little bit out of his crease to try to cut off the angle, and it didn't matter as Shea was able to get it glove side past the Rapid City netminder. And with that, it's the 14th straight game where the Grizzlies have scored a second period goal. Shea picks up his 11th goal of the season. Masher Donato and the captain, Johnny Fairbrother, get the assist. Masher Donato extends his point-scoring streak to 6 games. Time of goal is 10:07 into the second period. Rush back deep in their own zone, skating from right to left. As Grizzlies have 3 goals on 14 shots tonight. Rapid City will advance out to center ice. Wagner will fire it in. Yoon trying to extend his stick out to get it. Barcheski moves to the far side. Now back to the slot. Wagner with a shot. He scores. Grizzlies turn it over. And the low slot, Ryan Wagner fired a stick side past Barcheski. Wagner gets his team leading 12th goal of the season. And it's now a 3-2 game. As Grizzlies were over on the right side, pucking it up in the middle of the ice, and Wagner just fired it past Barcheski. It's just like that. The Grizzlies felt like they had all the momentum and a 2-goal lead, but Ryan Wagner gets some revenge against his former team, although it's mostly the uniform he's playing against. The only guy that was really here from the 2019-2020 season is head coach Ryan Kanasowicz, who was an assistant coach at the time. Wagner's goal is unassisted on a turnover as he converted 10:34 into the second period. And that was 27 seconds after Shea had given Utah a 3-1 lead. It's 3-2 now. Puck deep in the Grizzlies zone. Puck rolls along the near boards. Back to the left point. Putti gets over to Connor Millimock as he rams into Cade Nilsson. Puck will glide slowly towards Radomski. He lets it go, but no icings on the play. Radomski thought one was going to be whistled. Hoffman and Armstrong rough each other up a little bit. Puck hippity hops out to Nilsson at center ice. Andrew Nilsson will skate back to the Utah line. Diagonal pass towards the left to Armstrong, who will move it in slowly as he'll come off the ice. Hoffman will outlet it out to Boyko. Boyko along the right wing will gallop out to center ice. Cade Nilsson jabs it away. 3-on-2. Nilsson over the line, drops it for Gallant. Gallant towards Fairbrother. One-timer goes wide. Radomski might have gotten a glove on it. Rush come back the other way. Connor Millimock will lumber into the offensive zone. He'll push to his left for Boyko near the boards. He gets taken off the puck by Cade Nilsson. Now behind the net, Millimock will throw it towards the right side. Connor, that is. His brother Luke Millimock's been an outstanding player. Now up ahead, Cole Gallant skates along the left wing 1-on-2. Gallant skates towards his right. He'll take a righty shot that's blocked away by Holden Wall's stick. Boy, what fun end-to-end action here we've got. Rush over the offensive line, right side. Coella muscles himself. Sees over to the right side. Coella dangles. He'll drop it off as Mans skates around Utah's net towards the near side. Dustin Mans will roll one on to Constantino, who skates towards his right. Constantino near the blue line. He's at the right point as he will spin one around the boards to the left side. Mans boxes out Utah's Brian Yoon. Dustin Mans used to play with Wheeling earlier this season over to Wall. Left side. A bounce went off of Yoon's skate. Out in front to Coella. His shot is blocked away by Barcheski. Fitz will loft a prayer out to center ice. Puck up the ops towards Constantino. Ahead to Coella. Taking it as Mans. And he will shove one on in as it goes towards the end boards. Yoon moves to his right to avoid the check of Coella. Puck goes back to center ice. 7:18 and counting left in the second. Grizzlies lead 3-2. Constantino, the right wing pass out to Luke Millimock. He'll skate towards the right circle. They'll take a lefty shot, and it's blocked by the stick of Dashke. And the puck flies out of play with 7:10 left in the second. Before we drop the Colorado College stuff, there's one other Utah Pro Hockey connection to Colorado College. Nick Olczyk, the son of Eddie Olczyk, who's with the Utah Hockey Club broadcast. He played his college hockey at Colorado College. Draws going to be over on the right side. Rush have outshot the Grizzlies 20-14. You know, we got to invite Nick Olczyk and have him occupy some spots here on press row. I'm not sure if he had a good relationship with Brian Yoon, and I've been too shy to ask Yoon whether he knows Nick Olczyk well. Puck along the end boards of the Grizzlies zone. Corbett will throw it between his legs over to Luke Manning as he muscles his way past Luke Millimock. Manning got blasted by Tyler Burney, who goes 6'5" and about 220 pounds. Luke Millimock goes down in his own zone along the near boards. Now they roll it towards Tuck. Tuck out to center ice. He'll push it off the far wing wall. Corbett will backhand it across to Nilsson. Nilsson diagonal pass towards center ice. Bounced off a Shea's stick back to Nilsson. He's along the right wing, and he will wing one along the boards. Masher Donato gets cut off by Aaron Hyman. 2-on-2 battle along the wall. Now Burney joins the play. Masher Donato with one assist tonight. He'll get it to Manning. Manning to Fairbrother. He's in the right point. Fairbrother dangles back and forth as he surveys. Now he'll throw it to the right corner. Shea avoids a check as he keeps his balance. He'll get it back to Fairbrother's in the high slot. He'll skate towards his left. Left point, he'll take a lefty shot that goes wide. Radomski didn't seem like he had good vision on it, but the puck missed the net. Luke Millimock out to center ice for Burney. Burney lumbers into the offensive zone left wing, and he'll fire it in deep. Burney around the net. He will shield his way from Webster in the puck. Burney, far goal line, now skates in looking for a wraparound. He gets cut off, reverses his field. Burney now gets taken away by Webster. Now Burney will come off after a long shift. Webster over to Wood. He's still in the Grizzlies zone. Back towards Webster. It bounces over his stick. Puck near the Rapid City bench. Webster gets the loose puck across center ice. Diagonal pass connects to Wood. Wood to the right side trying to get around Pucci. Jabbing it away is Davis. Puck goes to the right corner. Webster out in front to Fonse. I'll take a shot. Saved by Radomski. Rebound goes out to Gore. He'll move it to his left for Wagner. Wagner over the offense line. Shoulder fake. He gets around Yoon as Wagner dumps it off the end boards. He'll get to Gore right side. He'll feather it up top to Hoffman. Hoffman dangles around. He fires towards the net wide. Loose puck towards the left wing wall. Wood tried to move it ahead and fanned on us. He tried to throw it towards the heavens. Gore looking for a centering pass. Dashke will stick it away. Brett Davis with a nail on his sweater up top to their captain, Brian Wagner. Wagner veers off to the left circle. Now he'll take a lefty shot. And that one goes wide. He tried to fire it over Barcheski's right shoulder. Boutte, left wing, moves it across to Hoffman. He'll fire a slap shot. Kick saved by Barcheski. Rebound towards the near boards. Hustling to get it. It's Wagner. Brian Wagner to the right point. Wearing number 13 for Rapid City. About 7 years of AHL experience. He'll lay it for Brett Davis. Davis, he's in the high slot. He'll skeet towards his left. Now he reverses his field as he will swirl around and drop it for Wagner. He's in the left point. Wagner around to Gore. He'll let it go behind the net. Dashke will move it to the far side. Fonstad will saucer it deep into the Rapid City zone. No icing. Grizzlies make a full line change. 4:26 and counting left in the second. Pucci will roll one across to Holden Wall. Wall races out to center ice. He crossed the red line. Now he steps over the blue with speed. Left side, lefty shot. Glove saved by Barcheski. And Jake holds on as he snatched it about waist high. 4:15 left in the second period. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Rush 2. We're back in 1 minute. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Now we're having a good time here at Maverik Center. Don't forget, next week the Grizzlies will be in Boise for a 2-game set. Friday, January 3rd will be the next Grizzlies game, as well as Saturday, January 4th. It's only about a 5-hour drive. Hopefully we'll see some Grizzlies fans over in Boise. Next home game for the Grizzlies will be on January 10th, 2025, as the Grizzlies take on the Kansas City Mavericks. 3-2 Utah. Neil Shea scored 10:07 into the second period to make it a 3-1 game with Masher Donato. And Fairbrother getting the assist off the drop. Boyko with a shot that goes wide as Rapid City won an offensive zone draw. Connor Millimont gets double-teamed. Andrew Nelson took the puck away. He'll get it towards Armstrong in the right corner. Armstrong trying to move it ahead. It bounced off a skate. Puck around Utah's net. Loose puck. Cody Corbett gets it. And he will tap it off a stanchion. Puck will bounce. Everybody skated back into the rush zone. Puck bounced in the near circle of the Grizzlies zone. Corbett regathered. He'll get it to Cade Nilsson, who crosses the center ice. Nilsson over the offensive line, steps over it, and he'll dump it in. Nilsson gets around 3 Rapid City players. He'll drop it. Grizzlies trying to feed it out in front. It's picked off by the rush. As Connor Millimont races out to center ice. He overskates the puck. Grizzlies skate back in. Messner from the left wing on a breakaway. Skating lefty shot. Saved by Radomski. As Messner went 5-hole. Now Messner gets it back down the middle. Lefty shot. Saved by Radomski. And he'll clear it towards the right corner. Boy, 2 great looks by Messner. Robbed twice by Radomski. It's along the right wing board, left wing boards. Trying to center it to Messner. It goes wide of the mark. Messner's trying to buy a goal there, and there's been no purchase. Fairbrother trying to get it back towards Messner. It bounced off the skate. Rapid City will tap it off the glass. It goes over the head. Fitz bobbling the puck twice. He battles with Parker Bowman. Now it goes to Boyko. Simon Boyko to the high slot. He'll dangle it, get it out in front to Bowman. Puck bounced off a Bowman stick. Fitz rams into Bowman on a good shoulder check. Koella trying to get it up top, but nobody home as the puck will wobble all the way towards Radomski. Outlet pass is skipped to Putti. Over to Hoffman, who's got a name on his sweater. Blue line to blue line pass goes to Bowman. Bowman muscles his way to the right corner. Fairbrother took it away from him. As puck bounced off the stanchion, right point, righty shot is blocked away by Barcheski, and the puck flies out of play into about row 2 of section 112. As a fan will come away with a souvenir frozen vulcanized rubber disc. And luckily it was a youngster that will come away for the souvenir. I'm pretty sure he's going to look at that puck for about the last half of the game. Who knows where that thing's going to end up. That's probably going to be in the backyard, and he's going to play hockey in the streets tomorrow, as if the weather permits. Barcheski with a blocker save. Has been the best that Jake Barcheski has looked as a Grizzly. 2:32 left in the second. Grizzlies lead 3-2. Draw one by Utah. Dashke backhand it towards Masher Donato. Back to Dashke, over to Masher Donato. Puck still deep in the Grizzlies zone. Across to Yoon. Yoon sauces it to Masher Donato. Gets the center ice. He'll backhand it to Shea. He's in the right wing. Shea will dump it in. Masher Donato behind the net. As he's over to the left side. As Manning let it go. Now Shea behind his back to Yoon. Yoon dances around to the right point. He'll throw it to the corner. Puck goes to Bernie. Off his stick. Masher Donato back to the corner. As Manning gets engulfed by Zach Hoffman. Shea feathers it up top to Yoon. Across to Dashke. He's in the left point, around the boards. Masher Donato behind the net. He'll chase after it in the right corner as it glanced off of his stick. Masher Donato gathers it, skates towards the right point. Across to Shea, who gets it on one hop of the ice. He fires towards the net. Saved by Radomski. He holds on with 1:47 left in the second. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Rush 2. They mentioned Shea scored 10:07 into the second period to give Utah a 3-1 lead, but 27 seconds later, Grizzlies turned it over. Ryan Wagner was in the low slot, and he fired it past Barcheski to make it a 3-2 game, and that's where we sit. Here about 38 minutes and change into the contest. Second intermission, we'll go over the scoring of the first two periods. We'll go over some NHL scores, and we'll talk with Tim Broussard, our good friend, and get his thoughts on what he's seen through the first two periods. 3-2 Grizzlies, draw one by Rapid City. Heim will bounce off the far boards off of Webster. Rapid City will race out to center ice. Davis will gallop into the offensive zone. They'll backhand it to Gore to the right side. Gore around the net. He gets cut off by Corbett. Will spin one along the near boards for Wood. Wood, diagonal pass towards his left. Glanced off of Wagner's stick. Davis sent the Rapid City line over to Wagner. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period. Fonstad spins around a rush player, and leaving him in the dust was Hyman. As Wood over to the right side, take a righty shot. Saved by Radomski. He holds on. Wood's got 9 goals this season, which ranks second on the club. Wood got the first goal of the game. I think you can still bid on that game puck on the Dash Auction app. The puck that Briley Wood scored on. It's fun to get a game puck. You know, we're in a spot where it would take quite a lift for the puck to get out here. High atop section 114. I'm not sure I'd catch it. Probably bank off the laptop, and that'd probably take away our YouTube feed for the night. But either way, it'd be fun to get a game puck. Draws on the right side. Luke Manning will take it. He's out there with Shea and Masha Donato. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Connor Mayer, high slot. He'll feather one off the end boards, looking for a redirection. As Masha Donato in the left wing gets it. The Canisius product. Second-year pro over to Fairbrother, right point. On to Shea. As Fairbrother threw the pass about 20 feet to his right. Grizzlies race out to the right point. Manning skips one across to Fairbrother. He will steer it to Shea. Shea fires towards the net. That gets blocked away. Looking for Manning to redirect it was Shea. As Connor Mayer, he spins around the right side. Rush will clear it out, does Denny Gore, but it's going to be icing on Rapid City as the whistle blows with 42.5 seconds left in the second. So Draws give me the Rapid City zone. Some fans heading for the concession stands now to get in the front of the line, which is certainly smart, especially since looks like the intermissions tonight are only going to be 15 minutes. Manning will take the draw for the Grizzlies, a St. Thomas product. Manning 5 goals and 8 assists coming into play tonight. Well, we got a fun one here at Maverik Center. Last game of the 2024 calendar year for Utah. Next game will be in the year 2025, January 3rd against the Idaho Steelheads. I'm hoping my luck's a little bit better in 2025 than it has been in 2024. Rush won the draw. Hoffman towards Gore as we'll hippity-hop the puck on to Wagner. Wagner right side gets engulfed by Connor Mayer as Mayer strong as he will push Wagner along the far wing wall. Grizzlies trying to yank the puck away. Wagner, he's about as strong as it comes. Smedzrud joins the play, tries to knife it away. Wagner tries to force his way towards the corner. Smedzrud on one knee. Out to Boyko, swings and misses on a great centering pass by Smedzrud, who did so on 2 knees. Masha Donato will bounce it off of Hoffman. 6 seconds left. Masha Donato around Hoffman. He's on the left side. Take a righty shot. And that's sticked away. Puck bounces to the right side. Hoffman gathers it. And that'll do it for 40 minutes of play here at Maverik Center. Utah led 2-1 after one period. Neil Shea made it a 3-1 game. He scored 10:07 in with Masha Donato and Fairbrother getting the assist. And then unassisted Ryan Wagner scored 10:34 in. So we got a fun one here at Maverik Center. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Rush 2. We'll come back in 1 minute and recap the first 2 periods of play. We'll also talk with Tim Broussard and go over some NHL scores. It's the Grizzlies 2. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Rush 2 after 2 periods. And with the second period goal, the Grizzlies now have a second period goal in 14 straight games. Utah's up by 1 after 40 minutes of play. And the Grizzlies this season, when leading after 2 periods, have a record of 5-0. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
It's a tradition unlike any other. Is it the Sun Bowl on CBS? Nope. Is it the Masters on CBS? Nope. It's the Coca-Cola can race here at Maverik Center. We got Diet Coke, Sprite, Coca-Cola, and Fanta. They will do a lap around the Maverik Center ice. And they're off. Looks like already a better pace than what we had in each of the last two Coca-Cola can races as Coca-Cola takes the lead across the center red line. Coca-Cola across the blue line into the left wing. Now Coca-Cola has about a two-stride advantage over Diet Coke. Coca-Cola around the net in the left wing. Now Coca-Cola gets out to neutralize. Diet Coke trying to close the gap. Grisby's trying to rig this thing. He tries to side swipe Coca-Cola, but Coca-Cola gets around Grisby and flies across the finish line for the victory. Coca-Cola is the winner of the Coca-Cola can race. Diet Coke finished second, followed by Fanta. And bringing up the rear is Sprite. So Coca-Cola is the winner tonight in the Coca-Cola can race. Well, congratulations. With that victory, Coca-Cola breaks a three-way tie for first place. Coca-Cola now has 4 victories. Sprite and Diet Coke each have 3 wins. And Fanta with 1 win in the Coca-Cola can race. Well, we've had a fun one here. First whistle of the game was 1 minute 2 seconds in. And the Rapid City Rush were called for a bench minor for an illegal lineup as they had posted the wrong starting goaltender. They had posted Connor Murphy when Matt Radomski got the start in net. Grizzlies didn't score on that power play, but they got on the board on the second power play of the game as Briley Wood scored his 9th of the year with Cole Fonstad and Brian Yoon getting the assist. 1.5 minutes later, Utah extended the lead to 2-0 as Reed Lebster got a centering pass from Yoon. Yoon to Lebster to the back of the net, 8:50 in. Yoon picked up his 2nd assist of the first period, and Mick Messner got his 9th assist of the season. Rapid City got on a power play, and Denny Gore cut into Utah's lead as he scored on a one-timer from the left circle. It scores 6th of the year. Billy Constantino and Brett Davis picked up the assist. Grizzlies led 2-1 after one period, even though the Rush outshot the Grizzlies 13-9. Halfway through the second period, Neil Shea scored his 11th of the year as he was just flying along the left wing, got to the circle, and he fired it past Matt Radomski. Masha Donato and Fairbrother picked up the assist, and for Masha Donato, he now has a point in 6 straight games. For Neil Shea, boy, what can you say about him? He has a goal in 9 of this being his 11th game this season, and a point in 10 of 11 games this year. Shea has 3 shots, and he is 1 for 3 on shots tonight. He came into play with a 21.3 shooting percentage. So Grizzlies had some momentum when Shea scored 10:07 in, but then 27 seconds later, Grizzlies turned the puck over, and down the middle, Brian Wagner got it. He was all alone, and he fired it stick side past Jake Barcheski, and that cut into the lead as Wagner scored unassisted with his 12th of the year, 10:34 in. And stayed a 3-2 game for the remainder of the second period. Both teams had 10 shots in the second. Rapid City holds a 23-19 advantage in the shot count. Grizzlies are 1 for 2 on the power play. Rapid City is 1 for 1. Mick Messner leads Utah with 6 shots. Well, he was robbed a few times by Matt Radomski late in the second period. Messner trying to buy a goal, but there's not been a purchase so far. Hey, maybe Messner will get a big one in the third period as the Grizzlies will be looking for some insurance. Neil Shea has 3 shots for 2 periods. Masha Donato, Briley Wood, and Reed Lebster each have 2 shots, and then a few other Grizzlies with 1 shot through 2 periods. For Rapid City, Luke Millamock leads their club with 4 shots. Maurizio Coella has 3 shots. A few other Rush skaters have 2 shots on goal, including Denny Gore, who scored on one of his 2 shots. Ryan Wagner had 1 shot through 2 periods, and he found the back of the net, 10:34 into the second period. Other games in the Mountain Division. Earlier today, Wichita shut out Idaho 5-0. That game played at Intrust Bank Arena. Wichita's off to a good start this year. They are 17-11-2. Idaho falls to 15-11-3. Idaho will be the Grizzlies' opponent next Friday and Saturday over at Idaho Central Arena, the first 2 games of the 2025 calendar year. After one period, Tahoe leads Tulsa 1-0. In late third period, Kansas City is clinging to a 3-2 road lead against the Allen Americans. That game will conclude shortly. Kansas City has a one-goal lead. Allen looking for the tying goal. A busy night of action in the National Hockey League, but let's get to one college football score. In the Alamo Bowl, BYU leads Colorado 36-7. How about that? BYU looks like they're going to end the season strong. They are 10-2 in the regular season. Looks like BYU with the bowl victory, they will go to 11-2. I got that game DVR'd, and hopefully they didn't switch channels at the start of the game so I can watch the whole thing, which is on ABC tonight. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. BYU leads Colorado 36-7. 3 NFL games, 2 finals. The Chargers clinch a playoff spot. They defeat the Patriots 40-7. And in overtime, Cincinnati gets their 8th victory of the season. They defeat Denver 30-24. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Rams lead the Cardinals 13-9. In the NHL, the Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, are off. The Calgary Flames are the NHL affiliate of the Rapid City Rush. And with 2 minutes left in the first period, Calgary leads San Jose 1-0. We'll go over some other NHL scores later on in the intermission. But when we come back in 30 seconds, we'll talk with our good friend Tim Broussard and get his thoughts on what he saw over the first 2 periods. Utah leads Rapid City 3-2. You're listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
It's the last game of the 2024 calendar year, and we're having a good time. Utah, if they get a victory tonight, they'll be a pretty successful homestand. They are 2-1-1. They have 5 out of 8 standings points so far in the homestand, and they lead 3-2. Tim, what stood out to you in the first 2 periods?
Oh, gosh. I think it was our play through all 3 zones of the ice, including neutral ice. We were able to, if not control, at least be able to manage and, a little bit of game management and risk management. The one time we didn't exercise proper risk management through a pass through the middle, Ryan Wagner stepped up and put it in the back of the net. But outside of that, I'm pretty impressed on how everything ended up going.
Seems like Grizzlies doing a good job kind of layering things. If you're going to get past them, you're going to have to get through 5 bodies, 5 sticks, and you're going to have to earn it.
Right, and all that started with the aggressive forecheck and aggressive physical forecheck up front. At least 2 bodies, sometimes 3, standing them up at the blue line, and then challenge them all the way through neutral ice into their offensive zone. So that's a really good recipe for success.
Kind of more of a normal period of hockey, but for the Grizzlies, they now have a second period goal in 14 straight games. It's kind of interesting to think about trying to win that second period. Rapid City's really struggled in that department. Both teams had 1 goal in the middle frame.
Right. So, we saw the goal from Shea, and we were watching it from up top over in the Golden Corridor, and you could kind of see the stretch pass develop. And, obviously with Shea's shot, that was going to go in. So nice shot there. But to see the pass come across to Wagner down low, and we're like, we were screaming, no, please. And just darn it, went back in. So they had the chance to really come away with a 1-up on that. And I think they kind of gave that back.
Both teams with a power play goal tonight, and it'll be interesting to see what ends up making the difference here this evening. I think that for the Grizzlies, they've got 9 scoring chances through 2 periods. Rapid City has 10. I think for both teams, they can find a way to bury their chances. That can make the difference in the game.
Absolutely. You know what? I'm going to go with defensive awareness. Last night, we were guilty of not making good decisions and not keeping a head on a swivel, letting Rapid City kind of come in and nudge into some of the seams down low. I think tonight we're going to have to do a better job of defensive awareness and watch for those cutters, where they're positioning themselves as they're moving through. I think that's going to be the key. And obviously, at the way that we set up our transition on offense with these stretch passes, an obvious possession in the defensive zone is going to lead to offensive opportunities by the wings on the other side.
And for McMaster, he's probably sitting in the locker room going, geez, I had 3 really good chances in the second period. He's got 6 shots through 2 periods, done everything but score a goal.
Right, but this is the kind you keep chipping away, right? You missed it this period, but you got another 20 minutes to go, man. You do the same exact things. You're finding success. You're seeing the lanes. You've got a little bit of space and time to operate. Keep doing the same thing, and the tables will turn.
And for Barczewski, he's been pretty decent here through 2 periods, still looking for his first pro win. He won 64 games in 5 years in college, and it's in him. And you just got to make those big saves in the third period. You made a few big ones there in the second.
Right, and maybe this is what he needs as his catalyst going forward. Maybe this is that spark that ignites your confidence. Going, I know I can withstand 40 minutes. What's another 20 minutes and get my first W? And you know what, he's doing fine. He's got solid defense in front of him. He's managing his rebounds, not necessarily covering everything, but directing them harmlessly into an open corner, and he's seeing it well. So, given that, what's to say he doesn't get in the next 20 minutes. I'm going to go with him on the being able to finish it out.
Well, we got a pretty good video crew hanging out downstairs and up top above us. We got Jeff. Jeff.
We got Jeff.
We got everybody.
We got everybody. Okay, so my phone, I left my phone with all my notes open. So okay, let's see if we can go with Jed Lieber and Trenton on our director and replay, and we know we got Jeff on cam 1, and I'm gonna draw a blank on the other one. So sorry guys, that one's on me.
And we're having a good time here on a Saturday night, last game of the 2024 calendar year. See if the Grizzlies can get a W and finish up the homestand in style.
Well, at least it's theirs to give away, right? If you want to win the next 20 minutes, it's all yours. And, split the series here for the weekend and go 3 out of your last 4. That's something to build on versus where you were at, 2 weeks ago. So
how important is it for the Grizzlies to get an insurance goal early in the third period, make it a 2-goal game?
You've got to, that installs doubt. So the two most, contagious things on the bench are going to be, confidence and doubt. And if you can put a little bit of doubt on that bench, that goes a long way. And if you go up and you get another insurance goal, don't be so eager to give one back. Get a little stingy, play a little bit more physical if you need to. Keep doing the things that got us here, which are playing all 3 zones of the ice.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We'll talk to you in the postgame show.
Hey, thanks, Tyson.
That's Tim Broussard. When we come back, we'll have third period action as Utah is clinging to a 3-2 lead. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Now we're having a good time here on a Saturday night. The Grizzlies have a 3-2 lead after 2 periods. Face-off battle's been pretty close to even. Grizzlies have 17 face-off wins. Rapid City has 15. Rush with 10 scoring chances. Grizzlies have 9 through 2 periods. Utah with 11 hits, and the Rush have 12. Both teams have 6 giveaways. Unfortunately for the Grizzlies, one of those giveaways led to Ryan Wagner's second period goal. Grizzlies in the third period will be skating from right to left as we see it from high top section 114. In your mind's eye, see it on YouTube. Jake Barczewski looking for his first pro win. He has saved 21 of 23. Matt Radomski on the Rapid City side has saved 16 of 19. Grizzlies have Messner taking the drive. He's got Gallant to his right, Fitz to his left. Up top is Connor Mayer and Gianni Fairbrother. For Rapid City, Braden Tucks in the right wing, taking the face-off is Tyler Burney. Also out there is Luke Millamont. Grizzlies win the draw. Connor Mayer slides along the far wing boards. Back towards Mayer. Mayer We're directed to Fairbrother down the middle of the ice. Fairbrother looking to outlet it to Fitz. A glanced off his stick at new try, says linesman Andrew Collins. So no icing. Rapid City's Luke Millimak, who was last night's hero, will get it ahead towards Tyler Burney, who couldn't extend his long stick far enough. Fitz will flub it into the right corner. Grizzlies make their first line change of the third period, 30 seconds in, as Dashke and Yoon enter. As Messner battles behind the net with Gallant. Shea is out there, and Messner and Gallant will come off when the opportunity presents itself. Puck bounced off of Shea at center ice. Skating horizontally to the right is Luke Millimak. He gets a rough ride from Shea. Davis skates in, right side, will take a shot. Saved by Barcheski. And he will hold on as Davis tried to go 5-hole on Barcheski. And the Canisius and Michigan product closed the gap and made the stop 47 seconds into the third period. So it's 3-2 Utah. Rapid City looking for the tying goal. And the Grizzlies are looking for some insurance. Skip Carey, the old Atlanta Braves broadcaster, used to say, a little insurance won't hurt. As Denny Gore will take the draw against Luke Manning. Manning's been lined up with Masha Donato and Shea all night. Gore is on the top forward line with Brett Davis and Ryan Wagner. They're on the ice now. Grizzlies win the draw. Dashke will fire it off the near glass. Shea backhands it to the Rapid City line where it goes back to the rush. Billy Constantino with 1 assist tonight gets to Brett Davis. Davis will swirl into the Rapid City zone. He'll push the puck in front of Masha Donato and he'll get it back. Davis over the line, high slot, lefty shot, saved by Barcheski. And he holds on. That was a rocket by Brett Davis in the high slot. Barcheski gathered it, and the impressive thing is he didn't allow a rebound. And the Michigan man will readjust his helmet. He'll get a swig of water with 18:53 left in the third. So Rapid City are already with 2 shots here in the third period. The Rush almost look like they have that goal if they want to get 15-plus shots and maybe half of those being legitimate scoring chances here in the third period. Looks like Rapid City, who averages 32.5 shots per game, they want to get a high shot volume here in the third period to try to tie it up. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Andrew Nilsson moves it ahead to Lebster. Lebster out to Briley Wood. Wood over in the left corner. Around the net to Fonstad. He's on the right side. Fonstad trying to get towards Lebster. Bounced off of Constantino's skate. Lebster over on the right wing will skate towards the point. They'll drop it for Corbett, but with the puck exits to new tries. Corbett will fire it off a stanchion. And the puck hitting opposite the middle of the ice. Constantino will settle it. And they'll get it towards Gore. Gore will tattoo it off the near glass. Loose puck run down by Lebster as he will start the attack skating down the middle. Lebster's got good speed. Crosses center ice. And he'll throw it to his right. Puck just went to the Rapid City line. Now Fonstad gets it down the middle. He'll veer off to the right. Fonstad over the line. They'll take a lefty shot that goes wide. Fonstad with a loose puck. He had 15 goals in the AHL 2 years ago. As Rapid City will bounce one towards the far side. Loose puck. Lebster will jab it away, but the puck goes back to Rapid City. He throws it back towards the near wing boards. And running it down is big Aaron Hyman. He goes 6'5" and 220 pounds. Hyman behind Radomski's net. Rapid City skating from left to right here in the period. Grizzlies communicated new tries. Talking about assignments, Connor Mayer in his Grizzlies 2023-24 debut. He just arrived this afternoon. Puck to the right wing. Mayer will jab it ahead towards Armstrong, who outlets to Buell at center ice left wing. Buell couldn't get around Hyman. Boyko with the puck gets Connor Millimak. He'll drop it to his left. Smedsrud gets jabbed away by Nilsson. Armstrong on the right wing skates in 2-on-2. Armstrong gets it towards the middle for Buell. Just couldn't reach his right shoulder far enough to get the stick on the puck. Out to center ice. Dumping it in is Parker Bowman. Puck in the far corner as Buell dances around. He gets around Coelho's check, but loses his balance. Puck goes to Armstrong. 2-on-2. Armstrong over the line, right wing. He'll drop it for Dashke. Dashke skates towards the right corner. Waits for everybody else to enter the zone over to the right side. One-timer saved by Radomski. And Radomski will roll it all the way out to center ice. Brian Yoon back in the Grizzlies zone with a left wing pass out to Dashke. And he got a piece of it, says Andrew Collins, the linesman. Rapid City back in the left wing. Hoffman moves it up ahead about 10 feet. Bowman will tap it off the glass. Now Messner trying to locate the puck along the near boards. He goes down. Bowman locates it. Now Mans with a gentle push and a mild arc. And the Old Biscuit will bounce 10 feet in front of Barcheski, where it's gathered by the bearded Cody Corbett. Ahead to Messner. Diagonal pass the right side goes to Gallant. But the Grizzlies are offside. Gallant was trying to gather the puck, and he skated in about the same time he was trying to collect the puck and ended up offside. 16:23 are left in the third period. Grizzlies lead 3-2. Rush have taken 2 shots here in the third period. Grizzlies have 1. Utah this season is 5-0 when leading after 2 periods. When trailing after 2 this year, Rapid City has a record of 0-14-3. So Rush haven't won a game when they're trailing after 2 periods this year. They have 4 wins when they're tied after 2, but obviously the Grizzlies have the 1-goal lead. Both clubs are looking for their 8th victory of the regular season. Draw one by Rapid City. It's Grizzlies' 28th game of the regular year. It's Rapid City's 29th. Ahead to Tuck. He's in the right wing. He'll gain center ice, and he'll dump it in. Corbett races after it, and he'll roll to the far side for Masher Donato. He gets the stick lifted. Puck's jabbed out to center ice. Luke Manning gets in with momentum. Skips out to Shea down the middle. He takes a lefty shot. He swung and missed. Now Masher Donato with a shot, and a sprawling save to his left is Matt Radomski. As puck goes out to center ice, Tuck will fire a prayer, and the puck bounces on 2 hops on to Barcheski. He will scoop it and hold on with 15:52 left in the third. A great chance by Shea down the middle, and Radomski had lost his balance, and then Masher Donato took a shot, and Radomski just dove towards his left to make the save. As Shea kind of swung and missed, and he threw it behind his back, and shot was taken. I'm not sure if it was Radomski that got a piece of it or if it was a defenseman out in front. 3-2 Grizzlies, 15:52 left in the third. Rush won the draw. As they're over in the left point, Brett Davis rolls it along the boards. Wagner accepts the puck over on the right side as he gets held up by the captain, Johnny Fairbrother. Gore, he gets blasted over in the right side by Connor Mayer. Cole Fonstad along the end boards will push it ahead. Puck off the far boards to Wood. Wood skips one out to center ice for Lepster off his stick. Puck glides towards Radomski. Getting the loose puck is Rapid City. Long range pass. All goes past Denny Gore. He would have had a breakaway if he would have collected the puck near the Utah line from the right wing. Wagner over to the left side as Grizzlies turned it over. Wagner to Davis. One-timer goes wide. Puck to the left point. Boutte to Gore. He'll slide one across towards Davis. High slot. Now to Wagner on the right wing. Wagner skates towards the right point. Fires towards the net. It's blocked by Connor Mayer, and the puck trickles out to center ice. Mayer, he gets blasted by Boutte as Mayer will come off the ice. Well, luckily, the officials weren't looking. Grizzlies had 6 there for a few seconds. Puck cleared out to center ice. Hoffman over towards Hyman. Blue line to blue line passes off a Boyko's stick, and it squibs into the Grizzlies zone. Run down by Brian Yoon. He stops behind Barcheski's net. 14:40 and counting left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Rush 2. Yoon, dance around, second-year pro. Spent the second half of last year with Hartford in the AHL, scoring 2 goals in about 19 games. He'll get to the near side for Dashke. Long-range pass up ahead towards Buell off his stick. Radomski near goal line, drops it for Arujo. Now back Hyman. He gets spun around by Buell. Armstrong trying to yank the puck away. He gets held up. Now Dashke skates over. He'll chip it back behind the wall. Hyman gets pushed by Buell, but Hyman using his strength to wall Buell from the puck. Right wing. Smeds it over the line. Stops the right point. Drops it for Boyko. Boyko fires the righty shot. Saved by Barcheski. And he holds on as the puck ended up around his stomach. 13:58 left in the third period. Time out of the ice. Utah is clinging to a 3-2 lead, looking for some insurance. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
13 minutes and 58 seconds are left in the third period. Utah leads Rapid City 3-2. Rush have taken 3 shots here in the third period. Grizzlies have taken 1. Jake Barcheski's in net, and he's been solid for the Grizzlies here so far, stopping 24 of 26. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Nielsen will fly one out to Constantinu, and looks like a hand pass is called. We got a Rush player down. Dustin Mans over to the right side. The Rapid City trainer looking over him as Mans is on one knee. Now he gets back to his feet as he will come off slowly. Nilsson kind of wobbled one, airborne about 7 feet out to center ice, and away from the play, Dustin Mans was shaken up. I don't think the referee spotted it, as no penalties on the play. He's let both teams play for the most part, as Dustin Mans will skate towards the bench slowly. Puck was at neutral ice when the whistle blew. It looks like the draw is going to be at center ice. 13:51 left in the third period. Grizzlies lead the rush 3-2. Messner will take the draw. He's got Gallant to his right and Fitz to his left. Brett Davis will take the face-off for Rapid City. He scored a shorthanded goal in last night's game, late in the second period. Draw one by Rapid City. Constantino pushed it back into his own zone for Holden Wall. Wall wearing number 20. Fires a horizontal pass out to Constantino, who's now at the Rapid City goal line. He'll outlet it to Gore. He gets it to Davis, back to Gore. Right side over the offensive line. He'll veer off to the left. He'll fire it off the far boards. Grizzlies clear it back to center. Racing after it's Cody Corbett. 2-on-2. He's over the line. Corbett now on the left side. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Radomski. Loose puck. Goes to the left point for Nilsson. He'll roll one onto the right corner. Rapid City will hustle after it. Wall will jab it to Constantino. Billy Constantino. He gets a neutral ice. Crosses center. And he will fire it into the left corner. Corbett runs it down. He'll backhand it. Out of play. That might be delay of game. Delay of game is going to be called on Cody Corbett as he fired one out of play from his own zone. Fitz wanted to fight Brett Davis. Fitz was shaking his right glove. Davis said, nah. Referee, I'm not sure he spotted it. As Corbett just kind of backhanded it, airborne, out of play. I believe Corbett, looked like delay of game was a signal by referee Dylan Sater. I think he's changed his mind. We're going to skate 5-on-5. As looks like the linesman had said that puck redirected off the glass, so we're skating 5-on-5. 13:07 left in the third period. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Rush 2. Oh, it's interesting. It looked like Sater had made a delay of game motion, and then somebody had helped him change his mind. Draw one by Utah. Connor Mayer. Slide one on to Shea. Shea backhands it ahead. Nasher Donato tries to run it down. Putti will jam it back to neutral ice. Manning will fly it towards Radomski as it rattles off the boards on one hop of the ice. Rapid City will squib one to the left side. Rink wide feed. Bounced off of Manning's shoulder. That's center ice. Rush skate in. Rapid City tried to drop it off for Coella. He was occupied by Mayer. Shea gets tripped up and it's going to be a penalty. Grizzlies going to get a power play. As Nasher Donato over the line. He'll step over the line. He gets touched up. Neil Shea's speed draws a power play for the Grizzlies as he got tripped up as he was still in the Grizzly zone, skating along the right wing out to neutral ice. Stepping in the penalty box is Mauricio Coella. This will be penalty minutes 20 and 21 for Coella on the season. It's just a classic trip, and immediately Coella looked up to the heavens as he knew that was going to be a penalty. 12:38 left in the third. Utah's looking for some insurance. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Rush 2. Coella's penalty, 7:22 into the third period. Luke Manning will take the draw. He's taking a lot of the big faceoffs for the Grizzlies here in this series. Shea's out there with Messner. Up top is Dashke and Masho Donato. Draw one by Utah. Shea over to Dashke in the left point. Dashke will race towards a corner. Stop about halfway there. Gets to Masho Donato, who fakes a shot. Gets to Shea left wing. Shea with a lefty shot. And it's blocked out in front. Puck trickles towards the left corner. And now puck bounces off the right wing wall. Grizzlies skate from right to left during the period. Masho Donato between his legs to Nelson. Now Dashke to Shea left side. He fires one towards the net. And that goes wide. It looked like Shea was looking for a redirection. And Rapid City will clear it all the way towards the right corner deep in the Grizzly zone. Barcheski behind his net will settle the puck and he'll drop it for Dashke. About 12 minutes left in the third period. 12 minutes exactly and counting. Grizzlies lead 3-2. Both teams have a power play goal tonight. Shea over the offensive line. He'll drop it. Davis, as he was falling down, cleared it towards Barcheski. Dashke will get it from Barcheski. He skates around his net. Dashke, the 6'2 defenseman. Second full season as a pro. Played with Kalamazoo last year and had 16 goals. He'll get it to Shea. Races across center ice. Now he steps over the blue. Dumps it into the corner. Gets around Constantino. Shea will brush it towards the right corner. Wagner gets pushed by Messner. Wagner is very strong with the puck. He's one of the stronger players on the Rapid City club, despite only being 5'8". Rapid City will dump one all the way out towards Jake Barcheski. There's nothing wrong with being 5'8". I'm 5'8" myself. Problem is Ryan Wagner's very strong. I've got a dad bod, and I'm not even married. 11-13 and counting left in the third, late in the power play. About 33 seconds left. Fonstad crosses center ice left wing. He'll drop it for Fitz over the line. Fitz will rattle the puck around the net to the right wing. Connor Mayer dances around, and he tried to get it back towards Fitz. It's sticked away. Puck stays towards the corner. Mayer falls down looking for a tripping call, but there was no purchase. Right side, Yoon over to Wood, who tried to get it towards Mayer. Now Mayer gets it off a Rapid City stick. Behind the net to Fitz. Fitz will squib one on to Fonstad, left side. Fonstad bounces off of Wood to Yoon on the left side. Yoon to Fonstad. Now up top to Briley Wood. He'll figure to the right side. Connor Mayer with a one-timer. He hits the side of the net. Coella's out of the penalty box. He'll join the play. Smedsrud will helicopter one all the way towards Barcheski. He lets it go as icing is on Rapid City. 10:27 is left in the third. So Draw's going to come back towards Matt Radomski. It's been a very balanced attack for the Grizzlies. Brian Yoon has 2 assists. He's the only Grizzly player with a multiple-point game. Yoon now has 8 assists on the season. He's really been an impactful player. This is 14th game of the season. Actually, it's the 15th game that he's played in. Grizzlies are 7-5-2 when Yoon's in the lineup. As a drop, won by Rapid City. Zach Hoffman will nudge it ahead to center ice. Coella will wobble one on to Barcheski, who kicks to the right corner. Corbett will lay it for Nilsson. As Grizzlies clinging to a 1-goal lead. Pass angle to the right side off a Lebster skate deep into the Rapid City zone. As a rush out to the neutral ice. Arujo out to Boyko, gains center ice. He'll throw it in. Nilsson over in the right corner. He gets a rough ride from a rush skater. Puck goes to Lebster. He'll race along the left wing across center ice. Lebster around Boyko. Center pass. Shot and score! What a pass by Reed Lebster out in front. As Cole Gallant getting his first of the year. Boy, that's got to be a great feeling for Cole Gallant, who's got 15 assists to lead all Utah forwards. And it's Gallant on the scoring end on a great pass from Reed Lebster. Gallant gets his first of the year, and the Grizzlies get some much-needed insurance as it's now a 4-2 game. What a great pass from Lebster. He just kind of bounced one out in front, and Gallant, utilizing his speed, was able to jab it in the back of the net. As Gallant just got a step in front of Matt Arujo. It was tough to tell because Arujo went down and he was over Gallant. Couldn't tell who it was initially. Should have known by the speed of Cole Gallant. Like a bolt of lightning, skated down the middle of the ice and got a great pass from Reed Lebster. Gallant's goal, which is his first of the year, scored 10:08 in with Lebster and Andrew Nilsson getting the assist. That's Nilsson's 14th assist overall this season. And that is his 9th as a member of the Grizzlies. That's got to be a great feeling for Cole Gallant, who was one of Utah's better forwards last season. Gallant in 68 games had 12 goals last season. 9:51 into the third is left in the third period. Gallant's goal was scored 10:09 in, with Lebster with the main assist on a great pass out in front. That's Lebster's 5th assist this season, and Nilsson's 14th assist overall and 9th with the Grizzlies. It's 4-2. Rapid City skates in. Constantino left side. He takes a shot and he scores. And just like that, the Rush cut into the lead. Billy Constantino called his own number from the left wing, and he fired a righty blast past Barcheski. It's Constantino's 4th of the year. As Constantino just fired a glove side past Barcheski. Boy, we always talk about, seems like some of the most important minutes come after a goal gets scored. Can you keep the momentum, or does the other team get it back? And Rapid City gets the momentum right back. It's now a 1-goal game again, 4-3. Constantino raced around his net. Rapid City's got an extra bounce to their step. He crosses center ice. He gets it jammed away by Maris. He was stepping over the offensive line. Behind the net, Fairbrother. He'll skate towards the right corner. Up ahead to Wood. Wood gets a stick lefty. He gets it back. Wood continues his battle, and he'll fire it near the Grizzlies bench. And the puck trickles all the way down for an icing call with 9:11 left in the third. So Gallant scored 10:09 in, and 15 seconds later, it was Billy Constantino scoring from the left wing, with the assist going to Ryan Wagner and Holden Wall. That's what a crazy game we got here at Maverik Center. Similar situation in the second period. Neil Shades scored 10:07 into the second, and then Ryan Wagner scored 27 seconds later. Well, Rapid City said, hold my beer, and it was just 15 seconds after Utah scored to make it 4-2. Rapid City responded, and Constantino got his 4th of the year. Grizzlies won the draw. Wood got hit in the back as he couldn't accept the pass. It rolls on to Hoffman, who races after it. Rushing their own zone, skating from left to right here in the third period. Grizzlies from right to left. Puck gets jammed towards the Grizzlies captain, Fairbrother. Slides one to Mayer. He's in the right corner deep in the Grizzlies zone. Mayer's a good skater. He'll squib one out to his right. Fonstad crosses center ice down the middle. Steps over the offensive line, gets to Lepster, trying to get it back to Fonstad. It glanced off a Rapid City stick. Now towards the right wing, Lepster fires it across. Left corner, Corbett gets a loose puck. They'll wing it across. Fonstad gets hit in the back once, twice, 3 times by Matt Putti. Putti dances around. Fonstad gets the stick lifted. Hoffman throws it back to the opposite corner, left side, as Millimak moves it back behind the net to Putti. He's a +7 this season coming into play tonight. Putti will lift one out to center ice. It's gloved and dropped by Coella. Coella over the line 1-on-3. Corbett pokes it away. Coella will bounce one to the left point. Rush, fire towards the net. It gets redirected and goes wide. That shot was taken by Connor Millimak. Nielsen will wobble one to neutralize. Grizzlies skate in. Messner right side. Lefty shot. And that's blocked away. And a stick goes flying into the protective netting in 2 pieces. And that was Messner's stick. There's the puck deep in the Rapid City zone. Rush have it. That's Constantino. Rapid City's 3rd goal scored. Messner will come off the ice. Grizzlies will reshuffle the deck personnel-wise. 7:45 and counting left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 4 and the Rush 3. Rapid City, Holden Wall. He gets taken away. Luke Manning skates left side. He'll take a shot. And he missed the net glove side from the left wing. Puck hit off the broken stick as Ian was trying to get it to Manning. Rapid City comes up with it. Right wing pass is angled towards Boyko. He'll drop it. Smedrud, he'll take a lefty shot that goes wide from the right wing as he puts his dent into the glass. Grizzlies gets the right side. Manning over the line. He collides with Wall, but gets the Dashke down the middle. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Radomski. And he holds on. As looked like a Grizzly player, Mastro Donato wanted Dashke to throw him a pass out in front of the crease, but Dashke called his own number. Radomski makes the save with 7:12 left in the third. All right, we had a fun one here at Maverik Center. Grizzlies holding on to a 1-goal lead, 4-3. Drozgim in the left side. Nielsen will take its offensive zone face-off for the Grizzlies. Cameron Buell gets it as he was jostling for it with Zach Hoffman. Left point, Buell fires towards the net, and it goes wide and high. Rapid City moves it out to center ice, but Fairbrother keeps it in. We'll toss to the corner as Armstrong gets pushed by Brady Putti, who's a big 6'3 defenseman. Now racing out to center ice is Tuck. As Braden Tuck throws to the right corner. He had 2 assists last night. Puck to the left wing. Big time hit delivered by Luke Millimak. Millimak far goal line. Fire shot. Hits the side of the net. Puck still alive. Barczewski trying to locate it. Everybody hacking away along the far side net. And it looks like play is stopped with 6:35 left in the third. Looked like Millimak was challenging the technique of Barczewski. He tried to fire it on a pretty tough angle from the far side. It hit the side of the net. And then Rapid City had the puck. They tried to backhand it off of Barczewski. And somehow Barczewski was able to pin the puck along the side of the net to stop play with 6:35 left in the third. Drozgim in the left circle of the Grizzlies zone. Rapid City wins the faceoff. Davis gets dragged down. That's going to be a penalty. Davis won the faceoff. He tried to get around Cole Fonstad, and Fonstad dragged down Davis, and it's going to be a power play for Rapid City. Fonstad gets 2 minutes for hooking. 6:31's left in the third. So Rapid City looking to find a way to tie it up. Drowsky in the left wing. Davis will take it against Masho Donato. For the Grizzlies, this is a critical penalty kill. They had a similar situation last Saturday where they killed off the penalty, and then Brian Yoon scored what turned out to be the game winner late in the third period when Utah won 6-4 against Tahoe. Grizzlies win it as it's helicoptered ahead. They were looking for Masho Donato. It goes past him. Masho Donato left corner as he gets held up along the corner by Constantino. Denny Gore will yank the puck away from Masho Donato as Ryan Wagner gets it. He'll skate to center ice, down the middle, dangles. Now he steps over the offensive line. He tried to get it to his left. Grizzlies take it away. Neil Shea will clear it all the way out. Radomski will lay it for Constantino, who's got pretty good speed. 4 goals this season, including 1 in the third period. He'll drop it back for Wagner. He gets to neutral ice. Wagner will chip it to his left about 10 feet to Gore. Gore over the line, gets around Messner. He'll dump it into the left corner. He chases after it. Grizzlies get it, and Messner clears it out. 1:11 and counting left in Rapid City's power play. Radomski out of his net will drop it for Constantino. 5:35 and counting left in the third. Constantino will lay it for Wagner. Wagner will pitch it to his left. Skating against Davis from momentum. He drops it in the right point for Gore. Gore, right circle over to Davis behind Utah's net. Davis, he's over to the left side. He's had an outstanding year for Rapid City. He gets taken away on a breakaway. It's Keaton Masho Donato. He skates down the middle. He'll take a righty shot. Glove save by Radomski. And he will drop it to keep the play alive. Big time stop by the Rapid City goaltender to keep it a 1-goal game. Wagner over to Smedzer. He'll skate down the middle. Now he reverses back to the right side as he's being shadowed by Fairbrother. Puck bounced towards Wagner on a centering pass. It glanced off of his stick. It's cleared back out. Wall skates in with momentum late in the power play. He'll drop it for Wagner on the right wing. Wagner to Boyko. One-timer. Kick saved by Barcheski as he stuck his right pad out and made the stop. Puck along the far corner. Rapid City skating from left to right in the period. 10 seconds left in the power play as both teams in a rugby-type scrum. Dashke will bounce it back into the scrum. Yoon will literally kick it ahead. Messner will chip it ahead. Puck skips. Utah to the right side gathers it. Gallant will take a righty shot. Saved by Radomski. As Gallant was looking for some insurance, and Radomski makes the stop and holds on with 4:26 left in the third. We'll find out how this one ends on the other side. Once again, the score, 4 minutes and 26 seconds are left. It's the Grizzlies 4 and the Rush 3. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
4 minutes, 26 seconds left in regulation. We got a good one here at Maverik Center. Grizzlies are looking to end the homestand and end the 2024 calendar year in style as they lead 4-3. Drozgame in the rush zone, right side. Cole Gallant scored his first goal of the season. 10:08 into the third period. Then Rapid City responded 15 seconds later. Right point, Nielsen with a shot that goes wide. Corbett gets bounced along the near boards. Webster battles, but Luke Millimont comes out with the puck. Rapid City, they've got good team speed. Out to the right side. Puck goes to Connor Millimont. He'll step in. Grizzlies' Andrew Nelson jams it away. He lost his stick. Rapid City to the left wing. They go down on 2 knees. Connor Millimont was trying to get it towards Parker Bowman. Puck kicks towards the left corner. Bowman gets it up top. Putti fires towards the net. Rapid City fires it wide. Now puck to the right side. Less than 4 minutes left. Utah takes it away. Reed Lebster races out to center ice. He gets it jabbed away. Lebster gets it back. Grizzlies were onside. Lebster around the boards. Puck skips towards the far corner as Lebster Wood gets it jammed away. Luke Millimont will fire it towards the far side. Ice kind of playing a little bit slow here as Millimont will bounce it off the skate. Wood was occupied. He got held up. Luke Millamont gets it poked away by Fonstad. As Mayer out to Shea. He'll fire it in, and Fonstad will come off the ice. 3:15 and counting left in the third. As Rapid City skates into the left wing. As Koella drop it towards Boyko. He gets taken away by the captain Fairbrother. Puck bounces towards the far point. Rapid City skates to the corner. Boyko looked to center it towards Smedsrud. Taken away by the captain Gianni Fairbrother. He'll get to Masher Donato, who'll bounce off the far boards and chase after it. Holden Wall will sweep one back deep in the Grizzlies zone. Mayer throws it back towards Masher Donato. Rapid City takes it away. 2:43 and counting left in the third. Masher Donato will backhand it. It stays in and bounced off of Smedsrud. Masher Donato will now gallop it out to center ice. Masher Donato gets around Wall. Masher Donato, right wing, trying to start to Shea. Pass goes wide of the mark. Shea gets it off the near wing boards. Now Grizzlies get it back in deep. Utah feeds up top to Dashkes in the left point. Over to Shea. One-timer bouncing off of Constantinu and rolls onto Radomski, who covers up in front of the crease with 2:18 left in the third. So draws game in the Rapid City zone. Smoke him if you got him as Utah's up 4-3. Rapid City trying to put the pressure on. It's been an outstanding defensive effort for the Grizzlies. Here trying to hold on to the one-goal advantage. Nick Messner will take the draw. Messner had 7 shots through 2 periods tonight. Rapid City wins the face-off. Denny Gore will float a prayer into the Grizzlies zone. Yoon chasing after he gets the puck. As Yoon, with 2:07 left, gets a new try. Still move it to his right. Fitz. Gets bounced by Putzi. Puck goes to Davis. 2 minutes left. Davis will bounce off a Dashke. Yoon will trickle it ahead. Constantino cuts it off in the right point. Action in the Grizzlies zone. Dashke around the net. Still in there is Matt Radomski as the Grizzlies will move it out to new tries. Taking the puck is Cole Gallant. His goals made the difference. As Messner over to Fitz, left side, righty shot. It's blocked by Radomski, and it flies out to play off the protective netting. 1:35 is left in the third. Draws game in the Rapid City zone. Right now, Radomski's in there. And I imagine if Rapid City wins the faceoff and skates across center ice into Grizzlies territory, we'll see Radomski come off for the extra attacker. So Grizzlies 4 and the Rush 3. Cole Fonstad will take the draw. Does Rapid City use their one timeout? It looks like the combination of Peter Dracos and Chad Costello will drop a play. Rapid City uses their one timeout. A minute 35 is left here in the third period. For the Grizzlies, it's big to win the face-off and keep the puck in the offensive zone. And even if you're just playing a game of keep away, you're keeping Radomski on the ice, and you're taking time away. Time right now is in the Grizzlies' favor. We mentioned it before. The Grizzlies are 5-2 when leading after 2 periods, and Rapid City hasn't won a game yet this season when trailing after 2. Grizzlies looking to end the 2024 calendar year in style, as both teams are looking for their 8th victory of the season. Rapid City's Radomski's in there. Draws game in the rush zone. Fonstad will take the face-off. He's out there with Masher Donato and Shea. Up top is Corbett and Andrew Nelson. Brett Davis will take the face-off for Rapid City. Brady Poutier's out there. He instructs Brett Davis as to what to do. Zach Hoffman on the ice as well as Gore and Wagner. Draw one by Rapid City as Hoffman will tap it off the near glass. Constantino's still in there. Andrew Nelson will roll along the boards deep in the rush zone. Shea chasing after it. He avoids Hoffman's check. Puck goes out to center ice. Davis races into the offensive zone, right side. Davis stops on a dime, but he loses balance as Radomski's off the ice. Shea at center ice, left wing. He'll fire to the empty net, and he scores! And his baby's in the refrigerator as Neil Shea gets his second of the night. And the Grizzlies have taken a 5-3 lead. Why, just as Radomski had come off the ice, Grizzlies had control of the puck. Shea got to center ice left wing, and he just skipped it past the empty net. That is Shea's second of the game and 12th of the season. 12 goals, and this being his 11th game with Utah. Mastrodonato and Andrew Nilsson with the assist. That's Nilsson's second assist of this third period. Mastrodonato now has 2 assists. Grizzlies win the draw. Armstrong goes down. That's going to be a penalty on Rapid City. They get 2 minutes for tripping. It's 5-3 Grizzlies, and going to the penalty box is Parker Bowman, as the Grizzlies are going to get a late power play here in the third. So for the Grizzlies, it looks like it's going to be a successful homestand. If they complete the victory, that means Utah will go 3-1-1 on the homestand and pick up 7 out of 10 standings points as Bowman tripped up Armstrong, and Bowman, who lost his stick, knew it immediately. Utah wins the draw. Dashke danced around. Left side will get it to Shea. Shea across to Mastrodonato. Bouncing puck. Shea's at the right point. He'll slide it to Dashke. Dashke over to Mastrodonato, who gets momentum. Right side. Slap shot goes wide. 52 seconds left in regulation. Utah leads 5-3. Mastrodonato over to Dashke. He'll spin it to Shea. Shea dance around to direct it back to Dashke. He's in the left point. Dashke fires towards the net, and it bounced off his teammate. And Luke Manning. Rapid City will wobble it into the Grizzly zone. Dashke will gather the puck as he will outlet it to center ice left wing to Messner. Messner gets thrown down by Hoffman. Taking the puck is Coella. 27 seconds left in regulation. Rapid City with a blue line pass that connects to Wagner. Wagner left side. Toe drag. Shot is blocked. Fonstad comes up with it. 17 seconds left. Grizzlies on the attack. It's going to be a victory for Ryan Knaswich's crew. But Utah's offside as the clock stops with 11.6 seconds left in regulation. So team effort, and with the victory, Jake Barczewski will get his first professional win. That has to feel good. He had 64 victories in 5 college years, 4 seasons at Canisius College, and last year he won 20 games at the University of Michigan. Draws at neutral ice. Most of the fans have stayed throughout as Rapid City gets it. Holden Wall gets challenged at center ice. Now Rapid City left point. Lefty shot saved by Barczewski. He'll throw it around his net, and now we'll do it. Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win 5-3, and there is no doubt about it. As Jake Barczewski gets his first professional win. Cole Gallant got his first goal of the season, which is certainly a great feeling for him. He had 12 for the Grizzlies last year. Neil Shea ended the night with 2 goals, including the empty netter, to give Utah some insurance at the end. Andrew Nilsson and Brian Yoon each had 2 assists, as well as Keaton Mastrodonato, as it turns out to be a successful homestand for the Grizzlies, as they picked up 7 out of a possible 10 standings points. Grizzlies end the 2024 calendar year in style as they pick up their 8th victory of the season, as they get their 5th win here on the Maverik Center ice. Grizzlies at center ice salute this great crowd that turned out here at Maverik Center. Crowd pretty similar to what the Grizzlies had on Friday night. Tonight's crowd was 5,293. What a feeling for Jake Barczewski. He saved 27 of 30 as he gets his first pro win. This coming off last week where Vinny Duplessis got his first 2 professional wins. We'll come back and give you the 3 stars and have the postgame show on the other side as everybody goes home happy as Grizzlies come away with a 5-3 victory over the Rapid City Rush. This is Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
3 stars of the game. The 3rd star is Jake Barczewski, tonight's hero. He kept the Grizzlies in it throughout. First professional win for Jake Barczewski. Got to be a good feeling. He's in the locker room right now. We might not see Jake Barczewski come out as Grisby waves the flag. His arm's going to be pretty tired as Barczewski's still in there. 2nd star of the game is Neil Shea, who scored 2 goals, including the empty netter. What a time for Neil Shea. He has 12 goals in 11 games this season. as Shea has not come out of the locker room yet. And the first star of the game is Cole Gallant. Gallant scored his first goal of the season. It turned out to be the game winner as he gave Utah a 4-2 lead, 10:08 into the third period. As neither Barcheski, Shea, or Gallant have come out of the locker room. As Grisby waves the flag at center ice as we were waiting for Barcheski, Shea, and Gallant to come out. And it looks like Cole Gallant is walking out, and he will be interviewed with Sammy Miller. We'll see him pick up the audio. We might not, as the only audio we have here is sitting high, top section 114 on headset. Let's see if we can pick up Cole Gallant's interview with Sammy Miller.
I know a huge emphasis has been setting the tone early on. You guys did so with the 2 goals in the opening period. How much confidence that gave you guys in the last 2 periods?
It gives us a ton of confidence. Like, winning what they did in the first play, for the rest of the way, winning that was all we needed.
This was a tough, gritty win tonight. Back and forth battles. What does this type of win say about this team?
We can play either way if we play, so we can play gritty.
This, of course, is the final game of 2024, so the new year is right around the corner. What parts of your game in particular do you want to work on? There we go. Congratulations to some of the guys from here.
Cole Gallant scored what turned out to be the game winner. 10:08 into the third period. That had to be a good feeling. Gallant had 15 assists coming into play tonight. And really the big thing for Gallant, you talk about leading Utah forwards in assists. It was pretty similar to how the start of the season went for Utah Hockey Club's Nick Schmaltz, who was racking up assists, but just couldn't find a way to get goals. And then once he got that first one, he was scoring them in bunches. And maybe that's going to happen for Cole Gallant going forward. And really the playmaker was Reed Lepster, who ended the night with 1 goal and 1 assist. And Lepster fed an outstanding pass out in front of the net for Cole Gallant. Lepster really should be one of the 3 stars, but as mentioned before, third star is Jake Barcheski, who stopped 27 of 30. And he got his first pro win. Neil Shea with 2 goals, including the empty netter. He's the second star. And Cole Gallant, who scored the game winner, was his first of the year, 10:08 in. He is the number 1 star of the game. Big thing for the Grizzlies, they played with the lead throughout. Grizzlies got on the board 7:18 into the first with Briley Wood getting a power play goal. Cole Fonstad and Brian Yoon got the assist. That was Utah's second power play of the night, but it was how Utah got their first power play that was odd. As after the first whistle, a minute, 2 seconds into the game, there was a big conversation with the officials. Apparently, as Rapid City was submitting their lineup, they had circled the wrong goaltender. They had Connor Murphy starting when all along they were anticipating and saying that Matt Radomski was going to get the start in net. But Radomski did get the start, and he played throughout. And Rapid City just kind of a cleric, kind of a typo or something. They had Murphy listed as the starting goaltender, and that became a bench minor for an illegal lineup. 1:02 into the contest. And then Wood scored on Utah's second power play, 7:18 in. Reed Lepster made it a 2-0 game. He scored 8:50 in with Yoon and Messner getting the assists. Later in the first period, Rapid City got a power play, and Denny Gore scored on a one-timer from the left wing. It's his 6th of the year. Constantino and Brett Davis with the assists. Grizzlies led 2-1 after 1 period, despite the fact that Rapid City outshot Utah 13-9. Neil Shea extended Utah's lead. He scored 10:07 into the second. Nasha Donato and Fairbrother picked up the assists. Rapid City, 27 seconds later, scored as Ryan Wagner converted on a Utah turnover. 10:34 in, and that made it a 3-2 game with Utah in the lead, and 3-2 was the score after 2 periods. Cole Gallant scored what turned out to be the game winner, 10:08 in, as Reed Lepster is in the left wing. He just bounced one out in front. Gallant was able to gather it, and he fired it past the goal line. For Gallant, certainly a good feeling. He had 12 goals last year, and he picked up his first of the season. Lepster and Andrew Nilsson got the assists. And then just 16 seconds later, it was Billy Constantino scoring his 4th of the year from the left wing. Ryan Wagner and Holden Wall got the assists. Stayed a 4-3 game for about 8.5 minutes, and then Neil Shea scored on an empty net. It was interesting. Radomski had come off for the extra attacker, and about the time he had headed to the bench was when the Grizzlies got control of the puck. Nacho Donato to Shea. He was on the left wing across center ice, and he fired it past the goal line. Shea got a 2nd of the game and 12th of the season. How about Neil Shea? 12 goals in 11 games. He's been unbelievable. Keaton Mastrodonato and Andrew Nilsson each picked up their 2nd assist of the night. So the Grizzlies get a victory 5-3, and they come away with a successful homestand as they went 3-1-1 on the homestand, picking up 7 out of a possible 10 standings points. Grizzlies went 1 for 3 on the power play. Rapid City was 1 for 2. We got Tim Broussard hanging out high atop section 114 with us, and when we come back in 30 seconds, we'll talk with Tim and get his thoughts. Well, it turned out to be a happy end to the 2024 calendar year as the Utah Grizzlies defeat the Rapid City Rush 5-3. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Well, Utah comes away with a 5-3 victory over the Rapid City Rush here to end the 2024 calendar year in style. I'm Tyson Whiting hanging out with Tim Broussard. He was with us all night. And, well, Tim, it was really a big-time effort by the Grizzlies defensively, and it was crazy. Both the second and third periods, we had goals pretty, Grizzlies had scored, and then Rapid City responded 27 seconds later in the second period. And, 16 seconds after Cole Gallant got his first of the year, Rapid City responded and said, we're not dead yet, and made it 4-3. Once it was 4-3, Grizzlies really buckled down defensively and earned the W.
That was frustrating to watch from up top where, we're up by 2 and like, hey, we've got something going. And just like you said, how about a little insurance? And 12, 15 seconds later, we give it right back and we're screaming and hollering up there like, oh, come on, boys. But you're right. They finally went into that lockdown mode and closed out the rest of the game and really sealing up all ends of the ice and keeping everything out to the side. And I think that's what sealed it up for him.
It was great for Jake Barczewski to save 27 of 30 and get his first professional win. And certainly for Jake, I'm pretty sure he thought it was going to come a little bit sooner than that. But the Michigan product, who also spent 4 years at Canisius, where he was the teammate of Keaton Mastrodonado, had to be a great feeling for him.
Oh, absolutely. As a goalie, getting that. And like we talked about being, confidence being just contagious. And hopefully that's the catalyst that gets him forward. And, he's crossed that first hurdle. He's got his first win. So now maybe he can kind of loosen up and got the monkey off his back and kind of, just be the goalie that he wants to be.
The Grizzlies are really in a good spot with their lineup. They got a legitimate top forward line now with Shea Mastrodonado and Luke Manning and Neil Shea. Once again, another 2 goals. He's got 12 goals in 11 games. He's been outstanding, and hopefully the Colorado Eagles don't take notice and keep him here for a little while.
Right. How about that 5-second span of turn of events where, Davis is leading a 2-on-0 or a 2-on-1 coming down this way. He blows a tire, less than 5 seconds later, Shea's putting it in the back of the net for, the empty netter. And the exhilaration and one extreme emotion to the other because that Rapid City wasn't done right up until that point. So once again, a long stretch pass, and then Shea put it in the back of the net to seal the deal. And glad to see that he's being able to continue his streak.
Kind of interesting. Grizzlies did get 5 goals tonight, but it almost felt like there were some missed opportunities that could have led to some more.
Oh my gosh, all over the place. Missed passes, players calling out for the stick and getting the pass behind them or well in front of them. Mastrodonado trying to find a player and either the lane was cut off or partially blocked or something was impeding the way, and so his passes were going errant. It was just gaining the blue line and then doing nothing with your offensive opportunity, not being able to even generate a shot or even any pressure or time of offensive possession. Just really coming up empty-handed. But that's why looking at the 5 spot up on the board, you're like, okay, I guess we did it overall, but it sure didn't look like we were going to get there.
Really, for the Grizzlies, it seems like year in and year out, they get a lot of offensive production from defensemen. And once again tonight, Brian Yoon with another 2 assists, Andrew Nilsson with 2 third-period assists, Johnny Fairbrother with a big assist, and he was a +2. And I got a feeling once Connor Mayer gets a few games under his belt here in Utah, he's going to be an outstanding addition. The Grizzlies' defensive unit's in a pretty good shape right now.
Right. It wasn't that way earlier when we had the call-ups and everybody else. But how about the value of Brian Yoon to the team? What do we, offensively and defensively? He has an elite skill of literally being in other people's sweaters and being able to just harass them and not draw a penalty. At the same time, he can lead the rush down and not just generate an opportunity, but he's getting assists on goals. So, just a rare skill and a rare form by Brian Yoon, and we our record reflects when he's not in our lineup.
And it's a rare game where Derek Daschke didn't get a point. It's only the 5th time this season, the 21 games that he's played, that he hasn't registered a point, which is certainly odd. He had 2 shots and did everything else well, but for Daschke, he's been a consistent performer. But it was great to kind of see other guys step up and make things happen.
Oh, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Next man up mentality. If Daschke's being closed off, or it's not his game, or the opportunities in both of his shots were at least from the blue line. Nothing even a step in from there. You're just more or less generating an offensive zone face-off. But we know the type of player he is. You have an off game, okay, fine. We know what we expect from him in the upcoming year.
So for the Grizzlies, I think you're talking about a successful homestand, 3-1-1, 7 out of 10 standings points. You're hoping to kind of springboard that into a successful January. And really, it was January last season that got the Grizzlies back on track, and they're hoping for a similar type of January to get the Grizzlies going and get them back in the playoff race.
Right. So the play this year, we've definitely dug a hole, and it's a sizable hole.
Yeah.
We've seen ourselves dig out from this before, but this is going to be like digging out from one heck of a snowstorm, right? So we've done the right things to close out the year. We have got the right personnel, assuming we get to keep them for a little bit and not have to give them back so soon. We've seen what happens when those players come down and the impact that they're making, not just on the team, but on the scoreboard. So across the board, locker room, on the ice, being that veteran leadership, and tallying scoreboard marks. We have that now. I'm hoping that we can mentally have that break where we move into the new year and go, okay, literally that was last year. Yeah. This is the team going forward. And our conversations throughout the week have been, we really can't go by numbers that capture the whole year as an average, because that's really not the team we're putting out on the ice right now. So I'm hoping to have that perspective going forward, and that kind of pay dividends going for the 2025.
Tim, thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Hey, thanks, Tyson. I appreciate the invite.
That's Tim Broussard, director of Grizzlies Insiders, and hanging out for the night. Tim's doing a lot of things with the Ogden Mustangs, and that's been a pretty successful junior hockey team. One of Ogden's rivals, the Utah Outliers, and Zach Hoffman, old number 3 for Rapid City, is a former Utah Outlier. But, we've had some Mustangs players come through after all. Indy, when they were in town.
Batu Spodniak.
He's a former Ogden Mustangs legend. I imagine his jersey's retired over.
Number 18 is proudly hanging up in our rafters. So absolutely. And not only is he a great player, but he's a great human. He's just an outstanding individual. So I'm very happy to see the type of success that he's having with Indy.
Well, thanks for the time, Tim.
Thanks, Tice.
When we come back, we'll recap 2024 and put a bow on it, as we'll be back in 15 seconds to complete the post-game report. Once again, the final score, Utah 5, Rapid City 3. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Final score here at Maverik Center, the Utah Grizzlies 5, the Rapid City Rush 3. Well, that'll be the end of 2024, and really it was kind of a mixed bag. A lot of crazy stuff happening in 2024. I mean, be honest, 360-plus days ago, did you imagine the National Hockey League was going to roll into town? I know I didn't, because that was about late January when Ryan Smith kind of made that proclamation that he's going to try to bring the National Hockey League to town, and boom, less than 3 months later, that team came into town. So I think it's safe to say that the sport of hockey is the fastest growing sport in the state of Utah by a wide margin. There's a lot of excitement. After all, last year, the Grizzlies averaged 6,003 fans per game. Tonight, there was 5,293 fans coming through the turnstiles. And I imagine everybody had a good time here tonight as the Grizzlies came away with a 5-3 victory to end the 2024 calendar year in style. Well, my goal for 2024 is the same thing as it is for 2025. I got 2 things in mind. One, we want to win the league's Broadcaster of the Year award. This past year, it went to David Fine of Iowa. This year's got to be the year, right? I mean, hopefully Someday we will get the Broadcaster of the Year award, or at least be a finalist for the darn thing. The other goal is hopefully 2025 will be the year I make either my National Hockey League or American Hockey League debut. It's something that I hope comes true here in the very near future. That's what we're working for here. And after all, like the coaches and players and staff, congratulations to Jackson Hibbert. It's his 100th game as head equipment manager for the Grizzlies, and Colin Lee in his 5th year as athletic trainer. We're all just trying to make a good living and trying to somehow, some way get to the National Hockey League. And I'm hoping that someday my dream will come true. And hopefully 2025 will be the year where everything comes together. We had a lot of fun here at Maverik Center, and we will come back next week. Next Friday will be the next Grizzlies game. It will be at Idaho Central Arena. Hopefully I'll be able to get on the bus and be in Boise, Idaho, standing next to 3-time league award winner Cam McGuire, and call next week's action as the Grizzlies have a 2-game set against the Idaho Steelheads. The next home game for the Grizzlies will be against the Kansas City Mavericks. That's going to be January 10th of 2025 to start a 2-game series. Tonight, Nil Shea scored 2 goals. Cole Gallant was number 1 star as he scored what turned out to be the game winner with his first of the year. We had a ton of fun. We had an illegal lineup penalty early in the contest. We had a Rapid City player trying one of those Michigan lacrosse-style goals that was thwarted away by Jake Barczewski. And overall, we had a good time. And for the Grizzlies, are hoping that this successful homestand, where they got 7 out of 10 standings points, springboards them into the rest of the regular season. Next game will be on January 3rd of 2025. And I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to be like, hey, see you next year. Not going to do it, because next year is what? A week from now? We're not going to be that person. You know that person. They're sitting in the office New Year's Eve. If you happen to work that day, as they're walking out, heading to their car, somebody inevitably always raises their hand and says, see you next year. I'm not going to do that. Definitely not going to be that kind of guy. We'll come back on Friday night over in Idaho Central Arena and start the 2025 calendar year. It's a crazy 2024. Who knows what's going to happen in 2025? Grizzlies come away with a victory. 5-3 is the final score. I'm Tyson Whiting, and I'm just pursuing my dream. See you next year. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.